maybe what we do next. Still want a quantum one to start, I think. This one's okay, no late game, but he has an upgrade, I think, from both of these that we can consider. We do have quantum, we have teleportation, we have hyper, we have EMI. No sleep replacement here, but this could be a really good game. You know, if I don't screw it up much by experimenting with culture. Ordinarily, the combinations that we have here on Vittori and the Euphorians look pretty good to me. So I think we'll do this to start. I'll probably be playing more heavily into these two than I ordinarily would. That's the goal. So if that's not what you're into, you may want to duck out here. Siamese, for example, I know does not like culture. Refuses to play with it. It's not that she doesn't like it in real life, obviously. Maybe she hates it there too. I don't know. Maybe she refuses to participate. I don't think that's possible, actually. Let's see. I shouldn't speak for her at all. She's just very opinionated about the culture mechanic. Okay, so the question here of the next perk looks like to me we want to take researchers into quantum, which means that it's going to be have to be a really tight economic early game without sort of the familiar tools. We're taking planetary projects for the synergy with culture hubs and BMI. Yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot of additional early economy to eke out here. We could try reciprocity, but you know, I don't know. It's not going to be that much more. So I think this is the play. We'll go with this. And we will see what I can come up with in terms of culture and what I can learn. So that I can be a better player and perhaps more fun to watch. I don't know. Maybe it's fun to watch me struggle and flail. Alright. So the usual pregame check here. We do know that we are playing mostly for BMI, culture hubs here, geo-harvesting, wave augmentation. You know my thoughts on that. Most people by now would like to avoid it if we can. So we're thinking these three, or maybe two of these three, into cultural exchange, economic zones, and quantum. We actually do want a lot of tier 2 techs. Not really sure how that's going to play out, nor did I really consider... I wanted this synergy, but I didn't really consider how tier 2 quantum was going to affect that. We're going to go into hyperdrive. We'll try and avoid relays this game entirely. And the late game play is going to be hyperdrive with teleporters. Post scarcities are our final, what we're shooting for finally. We're going to bring in a culture upgrade here, hopefully at the end as well. And then maybe nanites and things like that. So that's the general tech outline. We are jumping straight to quantum, though, I think, since we took researchers. Didn't we? What did we take? Yes, we did. Okay, so before we start, Biff Boy has a question. Do you think money should play a bigger role? I always find I have tons by the end of the game, and it never adds to the final score. Biff Boy, what difficulty are you playing at? It matters quite a bit. The answer to your question, from my perspective, not challenging. So in reasonable mode. Okay, yeah. So my advice to you then would be there would give you two pieces of advice. One would be if you're at the end of the game and you have a ton of money, but you haven't discovered all of the techs, then you're probably not building enough tech. Okay, that would be one way to burn money. So the answer to your question, do I think money should play a bigger role? I think no, it probably shouldn't. It's probably playing a huge role right now. But your play style needs to take advantage of the role that it's playing better, probably. So in reasonable, you would do that by building more labs earlier and making sure you get all of the techs, number one. So if you don't have all the techs that you need and or want in the late game, make sure that you're spending that money in the early game to get the labs. The second thing you would do with that money in reasonable is generate far, far more points with it by using complicated and large teleporter networks, which are very expensive, or a lot of infra, which is also very expensive. And the infra that you would be using isn't just sort of simple connections, but chained together with multiple relays, right? Which starts becoming sort of dramatically expensive the more you chain them together. So, and what that does is when you play for a target like post scarcity down here, in order to generate legendaries, either the teleporters, again, which are super expensive when they're chained together, or relays, like a relay superhighway, when they're chained together and super expensive, that allows you to generate enormous score with technologies, late game technologies like post scarcity. So my first advice to you is, if you're in Reasonable, is to try using these technologies along with the late game, infra infra or teleporters or both, to dump that money into score, and you can do that by shooting for something like post scarcity or the Silithid luxury tech and so on and so forth. So if you have a lot of money, you should be converting it into score by first converting it into labs and then converting it into flexibility for these late game point generating techs. Another good one, if you want to target, is post scarcity is a good one. Monuments is a good one for score generation. We don't have the culture one here, but there are quite a few, 4 or 5 very good point generating, which, that means happiness generating, which means points basically. So if you want an example of that, I don't know how much of my stream you've watched, but if you wanted an example of that, you could look for, there's a stream highlight from a challenging game that I played recently, a 55,000 point one, I want to say. It uses post scarcity, and there's another stream highlight of a game that uses monuments. In both of those, you will see that I'm making like 1,600 credits at the end per year, and I'm using all 1,600 of those credits, right? I probably in the final year made more like 1,200 credits in the final year, and then added a bunch of stuff, so my income would have been 1,600 the next year, but didn't get there. Anyway, that's my advice to you. And then once you've completed all of that, my further advice to you is to move to challenging, where you will find that the economy plays an enormous role. So the very short answer, as opposed to the very long answer, is no, I don't think it needs to play a bigger role in the current configuration. I think you need to use it a little bit more and then move to challenging and then on to tough, where I am still not going to try. That's my advice. Okay, so we did the pregame check. It looked all right. Just remember here, we're using the Dender perk, and we are using, yeah, and we're jumping straight to Quantum. So initial scans here. Don't love them. Okay, 1, 2, 3 maybe. Is that right? Yeah, well, 1. Yeah, I think so. 1, 2. Like this wasn't what I had before, but okay. 3. Probably gonna take a scan down here as well. But if this is a mineral planet, we kind of want it. Not sure a mineral planet out here is really going to do us much good. I guess we're going to scan for this. We may end up... Okay, yep, as expected. This could have worked out for us. This one, though, not so much. Okay. There are obviously things we can do here. It's just not what I want to do. The game, though, the game has its vote. Its vote's usually more powerful than mine. Okay, so the forge is also dead to us. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not loving what we're seeing here right now. We are going to scan here, it looks like. The alternative is a much riskier play, which involves actually pursuing what we want in here. we would start by taking this. It would look like this, basically, right? Oops, just kidding, it has to be reversed. Like this. And we would want a mineral planet out in this direction somewhere, anywhere in this arc, basically. Preferably kind of in this arc so that we can get access to the forge rather than... It really wouldn't matter, actually, it's just that we can see. So if we take this and then scan, we'll get a better scan and have a better opportunity. If we scan now, we can only get one additional planet. If it's not the mineral planet we're looking for, we're in trouble. So if we take this and we don't find a mineral planet at all, then we're really in trouble. So, you know, arguably like a pretty bad opening move. Which just isn't arguable. It probably just is a bad opening move. Problem is that we have similar issues elsewhere, right? So we're gonna need chips here, and chips here if we want to pursue pops. Sorry, not chips here, but chips here and here if we want to pursue pops. Here we're gonna need wheat and goo. We can only get one right here of those two. It's gonna be speculative basically no matter what. Right now, I believe. Let's see, we can try the Arctic here. Let's try this. This one, yeah, this one has a shot, actually. It looks like this, and then like this, and then the pops are at the edge here. It's all right. It's probably what we should do. The annoying part about it is that the goo is on the wrong side. If these planets were reversed, we would have the potential for a future goo lab down here already coming together. I also don't love that the forge placements here and here are not going to be near our goods that we're going to want for the successful upgrade here. We will have no way of getting goods to them with the pops, right, that we have here and the chain that we see here. The plan with the ocean was if we find the minerals, we have the setup that we would want to get to successful. We may even then consider taking BMI before quantum and so on from there. This feels like the best play. It's not the one we want. This is what we'll do. Okay, now we'll pursue our slightly better scan. It's going to be super, super annoying if this is a mineral planet. It wasn't, so I guess that's good. I feel better about that. I don't see any option that would have given us what we were looking for there. So we did make the right decision, it seems. So this may be harder for us than it sounds, since we're trying to jump to quantum here. That's something like 20 science before we get there, basically 21 I think it is. So we'll probably take these two instead. I think so. Okay, we'll probably... And we also don't have pops to run the ocean in another way. It's really not an ideal setup here that we started with. Everything's in the wrong place. Okay. If we can, we are going to look here. We're going to take this scan and look for a mineral planet here. It would change our calculus a little bit if we find a mineral planet here. I think here would be bad. Here would be good. Here's out of range. Yeah, we are going to scan right here. Mostly for this one. Okay, well, that's disappointing. Because also our wheat's now in the wrong place again. Okay. We can do something like this. Still, as an option, this is out of the picture. We can use the second wheat here and start bootstrapping in this direction. Our pops are kind of all gathered together and still in basically the wrong places. We could also... no, we can't do that. We would need chips and bots up here to make this work. We'd have to choose one out of the remnant. So we are just going to continue with this plan here. The question is now what? So the wheat here we could use, we could spin up this loop. It's not clear to me what this loop ends up getting us except slightly more economic activity, and it's not super efficient economic activity, which is to say we're going to end up with an extra mineral here with no plan to use it, an extra chip here with no plan to use it, and a whole bunch of pops here that we see maybe one use for here. We could dump a pop into water maybe, and again, not really use it, right? So this is creating an awkward sort of growth position for us that doesn't feel like what we want. We are, as a result, even though it works and uses this wheat, the advantage is that it does. We do get the second export there. That's the only advantage, though. We are going to probably scan up here, and they're not great scans either. We're looking for some reason to convince ourselves that having all these pops here is going to help us in some way. So far, we're not really finding one. We could think now about a water lab here. Right, we would use a pop here for water, a pop here for water, and we would have 2 pops maybe to put into the lab. This would help jump us into quantum. We would, if we want to pursue that strategy, we would actually have to spin up this loop for the economic activity it would provide. The downside is that we see no opportunity here for goods on either of these pop-producing planets. There's no forge up here with access. If this is a forge, it doesn't really help us because we don't have minerals or bots to run it with. Nor do we see really the potential to achieve that ever. And we could see most of this problem, right? We're replicating the same problem with this triangle here that we saw at the start here. And we could see at the very start that that was what was going to happen, right? The goods are over here with no real opportunity to get them or use them. Everything's facing the wrong way. So we're kind of repeating that pattern with this. We may do this anyway. It's not clear to me that there's a better pattern available to us. This primordial is out of range. We can't get many more scans without committing here in some way. Any sort of commitment here would need to be economically sustainable, so we can't really start with the waters. They don't have any outputs that we can see other than the lab. So we probably are going to build this second inefficient triangle, and we just have to eat it at this point. I'm looking for really any other alternative right now. There needs to be an alternative, and I'm not really finding one. The 2 oceans are too far apart. If we could produce bots out of here with a pop, for example, in order to get wheat here, we would be able to have wheat here, right? But again, nowhere near our minerals. The situation here is kind of the reverse. It would look like we already have wheat here. Down here, maybe we wouldn't do this up top. So yeah, it's looking pretty grim. But we haven't made many moves, so maybe it'll work out. Doesn't seem likely though. All right. Right, and this is the fallout. Well, first of all, of playing and challenging, but more of the misplay, right? Or maybe it's the layout, but there's probably some misplay in here that's driving this on my part. But you know, we're in June. It's not very far into the game. We're essentially out of money on a very low income. We haven't even hit 6 of 8 yet. The very low income is being driven by the fact that we are not using these exports. Let's take another look. Because that is just, in the end, going to be super unsustainable. We need to find ways to use more of these exports and more sustainable loops here. It's not clear to me that we're really going to get one. We can get a bidirectional trade here to burn a pop. We just have no additional use for this goo that we can see. still, this does help our economy a little bit at the start here. We know we can send wheat in this direction if we need to. Could play out in that direction, sort of maybe less expensively, and also use a goo. The problem is we don't really need wheat out there. We may put a scan in here. The problem is our capital is so low. Okay, we're going to take this for the bidirectional trade. It should end up being better for us economically. It has basically no other advantages. In December, well, no known advantages. There may be some up there, but we weren't taking them into account. In December with 3, we do need to scan here. The only question is, are we going to scan down here? If we are, what are we hoping for? An Earth-like down here does give us some options. And maybe the best of all possible worlds, this would be an Earth-like. We would run it on wheat. We would then produce more goo here, fund it with the pop from the Earth-like here, and then we're looking at some sort of goo lab in this area, and that would be pretty good because we would also be able to use this pop to fund that, and we see maybe some marginal uses for him out here still, but not many, and we know we can spin up another pop loop out here if we need to. So a scan down here does some work for us. A scan up here, you know, we can bootstrap this goo rather into wheat, and the wheat into a play in this direction. But we'd almost rather have this, I think. So we'll look over here first. This can't be an Earthlight, can it? Nope. Turns out it cannot. So then the plays over here all look very weak and speculative to me. We can do a wheat from here into a bidirectional goo producing guy here and sort of preserve our option here for the goo lab. It's maybe the best play. It maybe the best play. This forge is going to be totally stranded with no access to anything, although it looks like that was going to happen basically no matter what we did over here. He's not going to be used until much later in the game, if at all. So we're probably going to take this. I'm not sure we'll connect it right away. We may not wire him up right away, given the expense of this slipway. We're only at 4 of 8. Feels like we've been playing longer than that, doesn't it? Okay. We'll take this, and we'll probably take this one for time management. Then we'll pop the asteroid. Yeah. The forge is annoying as well, because we really aren't going to be able to run water out of here that we think we would want either. And so our ability to generate early successful planets here is very limited right now. Let's see, we did say we were going to try for culture play. So we do have some options for weird bootstrapping things in here with these later using culture. So it's not the end of the world, it's just not an amazing world that we're living in right now, seems to me. We wouldn't do this. We would actually want the pops there, which means we wouldn't really bootstrap this. We would just have to culture this guy out, but we can't reach it from any of the pop producing planets, which is also why we can't run up the pops for it. So, interesting. All right, we're taking this. Gonna expend resources here, create a bidirectional trade here. These are all sort of like pure economic moves now that we're making. We're also taking this for time management before we do any connecting, and because of this asteroid. Okay, we will take this bidirectional trade before the end of the year. Let's see what this one costs. 14, can't afford. Are we going to pop this asteroid? Probably. Yeah. Okay, so we have pushed pops in this direction. We did preserve, we can't really show, but we did preserve our Gulab, maybe. This remnant is kind of going to rain on our day, on our parade, I think, here. We'll have to see. Can't really tell right now. It's an annoyance in the UI that we can't. Maybe out here it works if we just go on the other side of the remnant. We start worrying about the lava on that side. Maybe it won't work. Maybe it's all for naught here. In November, we probably are going to pick up 2 more scans here. We'll probably look right around. It's going to be annoying if we don't get this asteroid. I was thinking we want to scan here. But we also want this planet. It's probably going to be here and here, it seems like. And then I'm going to be annoyed by this signal too, but here we go, nonetheless. Okay, so this seems like it was okay for us. We have at least a shot at a successful here to leverage BMI, but it's really not that great because this ruins is probably going to block a mineral planet. That's just how it goes for us. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's not bad for us economically. 6 of 8. Okay, let's actually see if the lab is ever going to work here. Seems like maybe not. Okay. Okay, it does. It has to run from the top left side, which is okay. Are we going to place it now? With 35 income? Probably not. It is there, though. We have all of the tools. We're going to try and generate a little bit more income and see what happens when we fall off the cliff. That's going to look like running bots out of here with a pop for goods here. It strands the other pops. Is there a better way? Yeah, the better way is just to run the goods out of here. More expensive routes. I'm just checking now to see. We'll probably take a scan here as well to see if we are looking, if we're going to require chips. So this technically can use chips, right? We wouldn't really be able to achieve that no matter what we do here. With the geometry, I mean, if we want the goods to come back and we want the pop to go out to run the remnants to create the bots for this. If we were to go with the original plan, pop, bot, goods, then we can't get the other remnant online with chips, not from this side anyway. If there's nothing here that requires chips, then we're also considering a bot lab here. Again, given that we're beelining to quantum, these little labs won't be so terrible. Okay, so we are then, I think, without a chip need here, we are then considering a bot lab, which makes this not super appealing move more appealing temporarily. We also can check the ruins here, and we probably will. We're probably going to end up, let's see. I'm not sure how the mechanic works. In this moment, I really wish I knew how the ruins mechanic worked. If it is based on our income, then I would take one more planet, try and get the economic activity it would provide to our income, then check the ruins. If it's not, then I want the loop first, but we'll take an income hit as soon as we take the loop because we'll hit 8 out of 8 up here with Empire Administration. So my lack of knowledge here is making me indecisive now. Up to 37. In June, though, I probably do want to spend the money here on the planet just for time management, so we are going to take the hit here. Okay, back down to 27. We can't afford any of these connections. If we get this one by the end of the year... Okay, this asteroid's never going to grow in value, I don't believe. We'll take this one. Okay, we can... This one? No. Okay, we'll take that economic activity then. I think we're going to lock this in. I don't see a major flaw here so far. The water lab. But this, I mean, how is this reasonable? We're in the 4th year. How is having it prosperous as this level 1 task reasonable right now? It's not. Ah, alright. I mean, I think we are going to get the A water. Hopefully we get A water lab before we... We don't have a Dender perk right now that's making prosperous more easy, so... Easier. So... Huh. Yeah, I guess we're going to take the water lab. Even though I see plans for 2 labs here, neither of which is a water lab. Okay. In November with 22... Can we afford? No, we have 2 credits. We can't afford even the shortest slipway. It's 3. That's too bad. We cannot afford a scan either, so we are probably gonna burn 2 months here, which means it was a mistake. It was a mistake to draw the slipway, but I can't take it back because we checked the tasks. So, yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna have to press forward here then and lose 2 months. We don't like doing. So, we will connect that for economic activity. We're back up to 37. We probably will check the ruins then. We're not. We're not. I don't want to ruin the game. So hold on. I'm gonna check really quickly and see if I can find... We're gonna Google here for Slipways Ruins Mechanic. Let's see, it's called what? It's called Ancient... No, Forebear Ruins. What I want to know is if it is actually... No, I don't see any obvious things sticking out from my Google search. There probably is a way, but I'm not going to find it in 30 seconds. It's going to take longer than that, so we will just check here. I think what we're going to do instead is I'm going to go back through all the bots this weekend sometime and see what my economy was like, what the year was, and see if I can discover a relationship for the Forebear Ruins mechanic. Because I think no matter what happens here, we're not going to get like 180 credits like we do in some cases. And it's not clear to me if those cases are driven by how far we are in the game, how much money we're actually earning or have at the time, or something to do with the number of tasks completed. But we're not going to get that now. And so then the question is, well, what is driving it? And how should we play around that? And we just don't know. So here we go. 21. Okay, I mean, 21's all right. It's not that it doesn't help us now. It's just that there was, I'm sure, a way to maximize our benefit here. And we just don't know what that is. All right, so that was worth it, I think. We may check this one. It's a little dicier to check this one. Is it, though? Well, it is in range. We couldn't get a pop here. We couldn't get a pop here for any reason. So then the only question is, are we cutting off anything down here? We might be. So for example, if we wanted to run pops out of this to get this minerals, then we should check it with those pops because we would be cutting that line off, right, to drive this minerals. And that was part of another loop that we were looking at potentially. So I guess we'll leave that one alone for now. Will we? 8 of 16. Maybe actually we're going to end up... We have actually... This pop is spent. We have a plan for him. So we might actually bring this loop online now. There is another way to bring the loop online. So we envisioned... Originally, okay, originally the loop looks like this. We did use this wheat, so that's slightly disconcerting. Actually, I forgot that we had used this wheat in this direction, so we may not do this at all, but the original loop looked like this, and one option when you're facing a situation like this and you don't want pops in this direction is to take the mineral planet here. Don't take the chips. Just take the mineral planet and scan, knowing that you have the loop to sort of deal with any hanging requirements. And knowing that you could complete it, but maybe you would want to complete it with a different geometry or in a different direction. We were depending on the wheat for our initial geometry, so that's why it was oriented in this way. This wheat is gone now. It's gone until we can get water. We can't really easily get it water from over here that we can see. We can kind of play into the dark for water and then use the wheat. I'm not sure that we want to do that. It is an option if we do the mineral play. The chip play here, you know, the minerals, you're always going to want the pop to run the minerals. You don't necessarily always want the planet. There's no options here, right? It's just a mineral planet. Taking the chip first and scanning, it's like you may actually make different decisions when you see what the mineral planet will reveal. So that's the thinking here. This loop would all end up working if we take the minerals. It would all end up working if we're willing to hang a bot here or push it out. The other economic options that we see right now are not amazing. We are trying to drive just a little bit more economy before we start thinking about a lab. That's been the rule that I said we were going to try and stick with. Say that, but we are beelining for quantum. Okay. Hey, Z. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the suggestion. It is, I think, going to be useful to add it to the overlay. Z's suggestion is that I add, if we're playing a map with quirks, that we add that to the overlay. There are no quirks in this map, by the way, Z. In case you're wondering, this is kind of an attempt at a culture playthrough. I don't know if it's going to be any better than last night's, but we have some better tools today, at least. The other part of your suggestion, though, was that in addition to helping viewers, it might help me remember that it's there. Unfortunately, it won't. That's harder because I have a very small picture of the stream as it looks with the overlay. It doesn't actually appear on my game screen, right? And so I would never be able to see it. The text is way too small. But yes, I think it would help viewers, so I think it's worth doing, and therefore I appreciate the suggestion. I appreciate it even if I didn't do it. I would appreciate the suggestion. Okay, so I think we are going to start with that play as I described it with the scanning here. Yeah, thanks, Z. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so... Oh no, why? Why does the game do this to us? So we would rather probably look for wheat out here now. How exactly? Well, not probably from here. But maybe. Morning, Simus. We have some more scanning that we can do, July. We're willing to hang this for a while before we decide here. So if we can find a better... no. That would not work. Would have been nice if it had. We have options out here still, though. A similar type jungle out here. Even a forge over here that we could run out of here, perhaps, would work. So we'll do 2 more additional scans before we cave to the initial loop and hang a bot, and then return to the water or the goo lab. Yeah, so a forge on this side may do some work for us. Of course it doesn't do that work for us. Of course it doesn't. It would have had to have been up here. That was silly of me. I made you work for us, but not in that way. So we'll look over here, and then if that's the case, then really how would we this lets us, we can leverage this later. This is still the bidirectional. How could we get, we can't. We can't get, what is this? No. No, we can't get bots into here. We can't get, as far as we can see, goo into here. So we're gonna keep looking for better combinations before we commit to the chip plan. Oh no. Oh no. What's under here? Is it goo? Is it another primordial? That would be so sad if it is. That would make me so sad later. Alright. We're gonna scan here too. Are we? Hold on a second. It's such a marginal scan for a month. Okay, let's say it is. We run it with a pop from here. It produces goo. We get wheat from here. This all works, and we have pops sort of in an area where we want. We have ore in an area where we want. We have potential for ore here and here. We can get goods and chips out of here. All kinds of options down here with the combination of pops, ruins, minerals, and forges, right? So we really do want this to work out. It's much better than the speculative situation we started with, right? That we knew we could fund in the end, right? Which looks like this. The pops are completely on the wrong side to further grow in this area. Everything's wrong here. And we have to hang a bot to get this wheat as well. Sorry. It's like this. To get the wheat as well. Hanging the bot here isn't the end of the world because we can actually resolve that now that we see more. So this does work. It's just, it's really not what we want. The things are not where we want them to be. The potential for goods and successes aren't where we want them, and so on. So we will take this additional scan. Very marginal, terrible scan. If it's a primordial, it's not. Primordial, it would have paid off. So we're going to end up with this play then for economic reasons. And then we're going to go back to the goo lab and the potential bot lab as well. This isn't going to drive fantastic economy either, right? We are going to pretty well utilize this primordial. It's going to be successful in the end here. The density of connections out here, though, is going to be very bad. With not a ton of... Actually, okay, I take it back. It's going to be pretty good. We'll actually end up driving the second water into here. Both of these minerals will be used. Both of these waters will be used. The wheat here will all be used. It's mostly the chips and the pops that we're going to underutilize, and maybe the bots as well, depending on what we find down here. It's not terrible economically. Feels all right. Okay, fine. So then in October, the order here, it doesn't really matter. We'll take the cheaper one here instead of this one that's -2. We'll take the -1 through the end of the year. We will get a pop out of it. Need to remember to check the ruins before we go too far here. Okay, in July, 11 of 16, about 12 is where we said we wanted to start trying to bring the labs online. We will do that here. Let's see. Does the order here matter? I don't think so. I don't think so. Do we have enough money? We don't. Of course not. In July, so then the order matters in terms of asteroids. I should have... Let's go back. What did I do first? Okay, we're going to go back to here. We are going to take the Arctic through October for the end of the year. It's cheap to own. Okay. Okay, we'll take this forge first. And then we'll have the money from the asteroid here. Actually, we may not even draw that connection right now. We don't need any of those right now. It's mostly, how can we most effectively use... hold on, I've forgotten the loop now. This is chips. This is this. Okay. Concerned with time management here as well. We do have the 2 asteroids now that are high value though, so this is better. Yes, we'll take... None of these are bidirectional. None of them matter really. The order here isn't super important. Pop exports are more valuable though. September with 8, so we'll take This asteroid, October. We'll take this planet as well. Will we? What is the additional income from this? 17. We pay for 5. Value of this asteroid is 12. Can we get it as well? If we can get income generating moves, enough of them out here, that feels good. Okay, that was better then. What are we doing here? Yeah, we can get income here, 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 and here. And this was the play as we envisioned it. So we are at 13 of 16 with a decent economy. Z said draw food before end of year. Yeah, sorry. That might have been better. I'm not really sure right now. So this is the economic situation that we were describing. Kind of went as we saw it here. We have underutilized bots, underutilized chips. No real plan for the chips. Because we can't get them to the forge that's producing the bots. I don't really see anything really that could use them in the immediate future either, but such is life. So we have a goo lab option. Just kidding, we don't have any money. What else is new? We can't afford this connection? No, come on. Come on. Guys. Are we going to pop this asteroid for 6? We might. This pop is spoken for. He is going into a goo lab, and we don't really see an option to get goods in the near term here. So we're not going to have another pop. I'm thinking about whether or not we're going to end up running this ocean planet, right? With pops. And if it's worth taking this asteroid here. We could... No. Yeah, in August... What's the plan? If we take the asteroid, we have to. It has to be for a planet. I don't have a plan right now for a planet that I want. Unless it's for the bot lab and we do that one first. The goo lab is better though. We need a reason to take this asteroid now. Can we drive economic activity that I've missed somewhere? Let's see. I don't see any connections that I've blown. In other words, you know, a reason to just pop this for a single slipway. So it seems like if we're popping it, it needs to be for a planet. This one's sort of similarly. And then the question is, which planet? Well, you know, we could run water out of here, but we don't really know why we would do that right now. I see no reason to. Cost here is 8, so if we scanned, we would end up with 2, and we would only get 6 here for 8. Okay, we can scan first, and then decide if we want to take this ocean, which is probably the only planet we're really considering right now. Maybe this remnant for the bot lab. It's just, remnants are expensive to own. I mean, remnants are -3 per year, and it would be driving no economic activity of any kind, really. So we probably want to avoid that if we can. So the best scan then, the best scan to determine future economic activity. Okay, there's an argument for a scan up here. If there's an additional primordial up here, I say additional, this is a swamp, not a primordial, but if there's a primordial here that can generate wheat, then we can run this play. Not ignore those lines, but we bring the ocean online, powered by the remnant here, and the wheat from the goo. We end up using the goo, utilizing it. We have multiple pop dumps for the ocean here. That all seems like it would be a decent economic play. We'd have to get lucky, but it seems like the best use of resources, the potential, basically. Best potential use of resources. So a primordial here would be super lucky for us. No dice. No dice, guys. So now we're at 2, with less money trying to make the same decision. Are we going to take a planet? If so, which and where? I'm not seeing one that looks good. So then a harder decision comes. Are we going to pop an asteroid to scan more to use the time here? Are we going to press forward? I don't know. Forward here doesn't feel super great to me. We can also pop one of these marginal asteroids, whichever one we think we want less, in order to check the ruins here. Which we should probably do. Which asteroid? Is there any chance this ends up being run by anything? Oh yeah, this can reach it still. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. This remnant, yeah, it looks like this. I don't know where his wheat's coming from. Alright, I'm gonna stop agonizing and just pick one. And we are gonna check the ruins here. Okay. Also, difficult decision. This will pay off in the end. Let's just see what the difference is. So, 82, or we go from 65 to 74.9, right? Right, that's because we get 12 and it costs 3 to maintain. So 9, and it was what, 82? Remind me, right? Yeah. Hmm. 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 We'll take the 9, I guess. Will we? 19 years. No. I think we're gonna take the lump sum and try and snowball with it. Okay, we take the lump sum. Okay, we can actually then now spend this time, get our lab online this year. In November? It's a bad time to put a lab online. Oh no. Oh no. We're in that phase now where I start getting no, we should just use the money. And I mean it's we'll eat the -7 for no gain, but like, you know, then don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be dumb. We're gonna burn these 2 turns with scans. Which scans? Oh, we don't actually get to work the pop here. Z. Even with the here, it just converts it into credits. The pops were still there, yeah. So we didn't have the chance for the pop burn. I think we're gonna scan here in case we can find a better use for the bots. Although we are considering the bot lab, so then we're gonna scan here for these bots. Oh no. It could have been so good. Everything's blocked from everything else but as a desert. And the primordial location isn't great either. Okay, so we have options down there. We are now going to spend the money, though, for this lab here. Okay, well, we do need to pay attention to the guidelines, though. Okay, so there's that lab. We are actually also going to leverage that into a bot lab as well, I think, our money right now, which looks very good. So I think we're going to end up taking this remnant as bot lab, and since we're beelining for quantum here with our Patori perk, we are looking for early science, and we are depending on quantum to carry us for science, so these little labs won't really hurt us. We have the option here. I think we should take it. I'm not sure what we're gonna run out of this remnant other than I don't even know how we would find out. We can't get initial better scans. Anything over here is gonna really be blocked from him, right? Here we can just okay, just kidding. So he could reach there. Here. Wait, could we see that before? All right, we will scan here. Oh, we wouldn't take two. It would take two. I should have scanned out here. Why didn't I scan out here? Last turn. Can we get this one? Yeah, can we get this one? Okay, so yeah, the one that can actually use the chip is blocked, so. And this one? And this one? Also can't. Is this just an asteroid block? Is it out of range now? Okay, good. It's out of range. I don't have to worry about it. All right, so bot lab it is, with some potential maybe for additional pop inputs if we place it correctly. Can we? Yeah, we should be able to, right? What kind of lab does Vittori want? Vittori wants a water lab, and as I said when I took his quest, her quest, we had plans for labs here, but a water lab was not one of them. So yeah. Although, I mean, we can push water with all of these bots, right? No. These are not Arctics. No. Only one of them. No. Water lab would have to be something else. I'm not really sure. I guess we could look at it here. Jungle World, Ocean, and Primordial here. This is an Arctic. Same difference, kind of. There's lots of water there in the west. Yeah, yeah. I think this is where you're looking. Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to mute for a second. Alright, I moved the dog to the other room. I don't know, maybe he'll still be annoying. We'll see if you guys can hear that or not. If it's pretty bad, let me know. We will take further action. Nothing bad. Let's just move him to another room. So yeah, you're saying, okay, water here, right. We would need goods for the additional pop, I think, to pull this off. This is an option. It's a good option, I think. We need to find a pop somehow out there. Or hang a pop, which is fine. We are actually, since we are trying for a culture game here, we haven't taken these yet because we do have the Vittori perk and we are trying to beeline to Quantum and come back for them, basically. Since it's more efficient overall, I think, in terms of making sure that we get to some of these more fun late game things. So, but because we have culture, I'm okay hanging pops out there indefinitely, or really in other places as well. I am going to get this bot lab here, though. Okay. So yeah, I think that's actually a next good step. It's maybe even our next step now. We're at 189 with plus 52. We look really good, which is kind of crazy because we haven't actually... I guess it's because we're at 14 of 16, yeah. Because we're at 14 of 16. So these will actually take us down another 16 in income when we take these waters without actually adding any additional income growth. We're maybe okay with that right now. Let's see, is there any better place? We have one funded water here. No pops, though, is the problem. Okay, we could get another funded water here if we can actually get pops here. If we can get wheat here, rather. It would look like this, and then the similarly sized water lab is in here, and we're better utilizing this water right here. So I'm looking for a chain that gets me wheat here, which means we're looking for goo here. Goo here is kind of not in the cards that I can see, but we could play for wheat from this Earth-like. It feels stronger to me because this water is never going to be used as far as we can tell right now. We have no economic reason for it, but we can bring this one on for additional economic activity. Um, it's the same number of planets, though. It might not be stronger. Maybe an argument in its favor is that we end up with the pop here to run the minerals, potentially. Let me think. BMI is definitely in our plans. It is, and there is an argument for taking it now. I am trying really hard to drive science, and since we look alright economically, I think I am going to wait for quantum. It's only 2 turns still. 17 years, I always feel behind. I still feel behind this game. You want to see what's lurking in the southeast. We can scan here. I'm not going to speculatively take anything, I don't think. Let me see here. Is there a way, though, a better way to get wheat? Yes, there is. Hold on a second. We get another bot out of here. Yes, yes. No, this is, but then the pop is too far away from the lab. Shoot. We would need the pop over here from the lab. We can get wheat here, right? It looks like this. We do take this water plant for our water lab. We burn 1 water here, it creates a bot. The bot creates the wheat. The wheat runs the pop that's driving this. We still end up needing this earth-like though, and so then we may as well just do it all out here. We need the earth-like because we need the pop to run this little small water lab. So we will scan here in case there's something in here. What would change our mind here? Additional water, like another primordial or something would change our mind here. It would though also have to be a primordial with that we'd be able to. We would be looking for 3rd pop. That would be fine, I think. Yeah, we'll look here. No dice. No dice. So I think we're gonna end up hanging a wheat here for our water lab. I think so. It's gonna look like this with a lab right here. I think we're gonna do it. Try and keep this so that if we... Oh, that's okay, Z. Okay. We'll check these. He's trying to encourage us to get a mineral lab now. There is a mineral lab here as well, actually. It's a little unfunded because the geometry's a little off. If we get wheat here, it's fully funded. We know we can get wheat here, and we can get this earth-like, we can get the mineral from the earth-like. That all is fine. And it's just that this pop won't be able to reach this mineral. This pop could be used in the lab, and the single pop or the multiple pops that would come out of here would drive this mineral. So we really are looking for wheat here. I think we are going to take this mineral lab west. And the Ephorians here, I don't know. Should be able to do that, right? I think so. Okay, so we did take the major economic hit. We are on a reasonably large amount of capital, but a low income, right? So you'd go for the Ephorian discount? What did I take? Yes, I took it, right? Yeah, I did. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna scan down here. We need wheat. Somehow we need wheat out here, right? We're now willing to push this out here. Before there was really no compelling reason to do this, but now there is a compelling reason to just hang it out here because we need the extra pops out of here for this mineral lab now that we're building. This terrible, terrible mineral lab. So we'll take the scan. No wheat. Additional minerals though. Hey, look at that. So we're thinking it's gonna be here-ish. Okay, we're gonna do this. We will get pops here. We're not yet gonna drive one into here. What just happened? Anything? Okay, we can take quantum, right? Let's do that. Okay. Now we can actually also take we can take BMI next turn. Actually, forgot. I forgot the way the mechanics of tech work in this game. The thing I forgot is that the quantum is going to count against us. Since we beelined for it, it's going to count against us and lock out tier 0 well before, you know, it quote-unquote ordinarily would be. I think. We'll see. I think it is. That's frustrating. Because we wanted to play a culture game, that's why we set the game up the way that we did here for Narhalles. His request last night. I mean, we trolled for a seed here as well to make sure that we had culture checks. And now it's like we're not going to use them. Oh no, we'll see. Maybe I'll play a different culture game. And this is just kind of a standard game. I haven't even used culture yet, so I told myself I wanted the quantum in order to get the culture, but it's kind of torpedoing that whole scene. Okay, does this clip back there? That's good for us that it doesn't. Yes, yes. Like I said, we were beelining with the Vittori perk for quantum. Yeah. Okay, so we'll see if we can keep this mineral in range. Okay, so we will actually, before the end of the year, make sure that we can try and get this, right? Yes. Because it's actually a 3 now. Okay. Good. Okay, so 14 years left, we're at 20. We don't yet have even AI. We're gonna have 4 labs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going well in terms of labs, and our economy is not great. Not great, not gonna lie. We can, though, create additional water here with this extra pop to drive economic activity here. Well, we wouldn't be able to do something else, something similar there. We can take BMI too. I think we should now, based on what I see here. I think we should take BMI instead of culture hubs. Sorry, Narhalles, if you're out there. I tried, man. We picked Dender, man. We trolled for the cultures. It's gonna be maybe next game. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. We have the capital now to apply BMI, so we are gonna do that basically everywhere that we can. Yeah, I'll pay 10 for 7. It's gonna be the same here then. All right. So our income now again looks great at the cost of our capital, but that's how it always works. So so this is a good situation now. We feel pretty good about the situation. We're not super worried about bringing on the additional labs for this mineral lab here. I'm not super concerned either about hanging this wheat. If we do make it to... Oh, did we not get it this game? Oh, we didn't get it. Oh, no. Okay, it's not a culture game, it turns out. I guess I was looking at culture hubs, cultural exchange, and economic zones. Quantum also blows the synergy here, I think. I think we might be able to take those two if we take just these two and we skip Geo. Yeah, it looks like it will let us do that. I don't know, maybe. Maybe we'll skip Geo. Geo would do some work for us though, this game. Maybe it's just a regular game now. Okay, we're taking this just for the labs, basically. Okay. So 5 to 7 on the Euphorians, we can actually play around that request as well now. Let's see. No. Cultural yes. No, just kidding. Shoot. I was seeing if we could... This this ruins is blocking us now. And I probably should have checked it. Or we may go back here and check the ruins before I actually connect this mineral. The pop to this mineral. What I was looking at, though, was if we could bring another pop-producing planet online right here, just to send its culture in here. We could do it here. Right, we could use cultural exchange to solve this problem right here. We would then have to find... We have to find one of these planets somehow. We can't do it here because we can't ever get the wheat out. The cultural exchange... culture doesn't solve import needs, it just gets rid of the debuff. So if we have to do this, we have an option. I don't think we'll have to though, because we should, at this rate, we should make it to hyper well in time to find other options here. Although there's nothing super close to this guy. I don't really know what's going to happen with this guy. Yeah, I don't really know what we're going to do about that. We are going to go back here though really quickly. We don't want to connect this pop. Let's check the ruins first. Great. That is a weak ruins. What? We'll leave it for now. What? How is that? How is that an actual real ruins? All right. I mean, especially considering we had bots right here already, right? Pretty weak. Okay, so the question now is, I mean, we're sitting on 51 tech, right? Because of the year rolled over. So we're going to end up in tier 3 no matter what here, no matter what we pick. The question is, what do we do? If we consider cultural exchange for a minute, it's driving some really nothing up here. It would allow us to use this ocean world easily, a primordial easily that we can already probably fund. We haven't hung anything out here that we want to culture out, you know. Maybe that's just, again, my sort of weak culture play, you know, because I haven't planned for that. Economic zones, I think would be super strong here, especially when they get goods. And our BMI'd. Let's see. Let me just look at it really quickly. We'll see. Maybe we don't end up with this clip. Of course it does. What else? Not much from you or you, yeah. So no point connecting them. Okay, so I don't see major. Okay, we can get, what is this? 9, 4. So we get, for 4, we get 9. That's obviously worth it. I mean, we would definitely do it if we take it. We can also look at this goo lab, or this goo planet should be. Okay, it's 8, and this is 3, so this is also worth it. 14 gets us 9 again. I would take that trade as well. Here's a question though, right? We know we could just take them both. We could take them both and we skip geo-harvesting. We know, we think we know, and we probably should. It is supposedly a culture game, so we'll take them both. We know that economic zones works through teleporters. We think we're going to make it to teleporters this game. So we don't yet know if cultural exchange also does, so let's find out. So instead of drawing this connection now, since I have no need for the culture, we're going to wait until we get to teleporters. And before we, unless we absolutely have to have it for some reason, like maybe this for this resolution over here. And even then, why would we bring these online in that way if we just get this guy on the teleporter network? This guy can hang out the rest of the game and then just get cultured out. So that's our plan right now, I think. Okay, so if that's the plan, we can technically do something similar here to drive additional science still. And we maybe should do that. We're also thinking about a chip lab now. And the Euphorian discount is actually appealing to play for now. Usually playing for the Euphorian discount is actually, in my view, pretty poor decision because it's so much less expensive to just get another lab than to try and play around getting tasks for the Euphorians usually. But right now, we're 5 out of 7. We think we want we know we want self-hosting AI before we take hyper, again because it scales. So we have time, and then hyper will sort of take the advantage that we've reaped. So the question is, we need goods and chips. So chip lab is again on the table for multiple reasons. Maybe we should just run chips out of here for that matter. we need a pot-producing planet nearby. But I'm less inclined then to drive, for all kinds of reasons, I'm less inclined. It only produces 2 here, but it will produce 3 if we drive it as ships and just by itself. It's not always... Here, actually, what am I talking about? This is where we're building a chip lab. And we're going to do it... we're going to do it right here, for lots of reasons. Yep. We're going to get the economic activity from this. We're going to end up hanging pops here. We maybe are actually going to use cultural exchange early right here for additional pops to run this and the lab. Oh, this one doesn't require minerals, so actually maybe we won't do this. Or maybe this then. Maybe we just do this. We hang a wheat. We don't have the culture yet, but we will later. And we have 2 chips and a pop. I like it. I like it. Yes, I think so. This is the play. Okay, not like that, though. Don't eat my pop, bro. Don't eat my pop. I, like, never use the word bro in real life, but for some reason, when I see planets stealing things, I think they feel bro-y to me or something. I don't know why I say that. Oh yeah, here. Yes. Yes, we do want to fund this. Okay. So 6 of 7. We need goods now somehow. We will take AI. How are we going to get goods? Well, we could just build some right here. Feels bad. But with culture, anything is possible, it turns out, guys. It turns out nothing matters when using culture. Let me think this through. We're not going to look at the tasks when we complete it because, wait, oh no, it has to be a trade route. Oh no, yeah, it's not just that we have to produce the goods. Okay. Because I was going to say, we're getting it, we're gunning for it right now prior to getting hyper, prior to picking hyper, because we're trying to play for the discount. But if we have to deliver the goods, that's much harder. I don't see a place that we could do that, but we could hyper these goods in after the fact, right? We could stable them in anyway. Don't ask me how we're funding the minerals for it or the bots for it. Here are the bots. Let's think here. 37 science at 12 years out. That's good. We accomplished what we needed to with science this game, I think. Our economy isn't totally trashed. I think we have a shot here at a good game. It'd be really nice to save on hypers. How can we do this? I don't see a way right now. No. Was this sitting here the whole time? No, because, Did I BMI this? I get distracted when I start seeing successes. I feel like I haven't BMI'd. Okay. Alright, I guess we're gonna... How would this work? I mean, we have forges here. Where could we even have the need? Down here? Not that it's gonna reach. Maybe we're not gonna get there in time. Maybe we just take hyper and use the discount on stable. Because here we take hyper next turn, right? So it's not, I mean, you know, none of this is the end of the world. It was just, can we also save on the hyper tech when we pick it? And it seems like the answer is no. I don't see any option here. We could scan, but what would be in range? Maybe here. Maybe here. We could scan here. Yeah, nothing here is in range in this arc. We check this guy. He would also be in range. I'll probably scan there too. Okay, we'll scan here for a forge. No dice. We will scan, where did we say? Here? No. Where did I say? Oh, here. No dice. Okay, that's all the bad scanning I'm gonna do for this then. Then instead, we are now looking, we're now planning pretty hard for our end game. We are totally skipping relays. We are going hypers, stables, teleporters. Post scarcity probably at last. We don't have sleep replacement here, which is super unfortunate. We may take spiritual growth then, and we do have to be diligent about the BMIs. We won't take this first, we would take it, I don't know, after the teleporter hyper nonsense if we can start steamrolling in that direction. Okay, so then prior to getting hypers now, we are really concerned now about like geometries of planets. Less concerned than usual because we have hypers plus teleporters. So it's going to be easier. But when we take planets now, and we do want to take planets with this time that we have right now, we need to think about the overall needs of the Empire is what I'm trying to say. No, this doesn't help, does it? No. I'm trying to see if I can... Oh, actually, I want this income. Did I miss anything else like that? No. 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 Okay, we're thinking about what the overall needs of the Empire are going to be. So we have some goods down here that we can send here and here, probably, because we can probably... maybe... We can maybe get him a chip. Wait. Obstructed, okay. Certainly with teleporters we can. We're thinking that this is going to want to be a goods forge, probably from bots. Looking around now at what overall inputs we're going to need versus what we have, it looks to me like we're going to be shortish on water. He's maxed. We only made a small water lab, so this is the only other water. So an ocean planet. Probably an external one. Let me think. No, maybe with hypers an internal one is actually better. Without hypers, this would definitely be better. With hypers, this might be better. We know we're gonna want both of these planets. Probably in that configuration. We need... Chips out there is hard. Minerals, we need mineral input. We'll have more when we get water and use what we have. Minerals looks okay right now. Pops also look okay-ish. Okay, so thinking just briefly here about the I'm looking at... I'm trying to think about the order now. Just remind me, the teleporters are not a Forian tech, right? Tori. We don't have his tech discount. Trying to think about if we bring these planets online, can we actually benefit from them before teleporters if we're going to go hyper? Stable isn't as important as the teleporters. Stable, when you have teleporters, you don't often need to go super far. It's just that you need to go a little bit further to get over these to get to the teleporter. We'll take stable in the end, but we're probably going to take hypers into teleporters unless we have to take... Yeah, we don't. Just one more. So it's hypers next, then teleporters. So we're trying to think, okay, if we take these planets now, can we drive economic activity out of them in a way that's going to help us at all in between now and then? Teleporters are still 2 years after that. It looks like the answer is not really. So are there better options then? Not really there. No, I'm not seeing many. I may drop a scan here though to see if we can resolve this goo. Because resolving the goo, we have wheat out here. Resolving the goo is going to help us resolve this wheat eventually. We're not getting more wheat out of this without a prosper. That reaches. We may do that now too. Okay, so I'm looking for, I want a goo resolution that doesn't involve culture. And the reason I'm looking for one that doesn't involve culture that's easy, even though we have culture, is that since we don't have sleep replacement, we really want to try and use spiritual growth for income. Meaning we don't want to culture it out on a planet that's not producing any income, right? We want to send it to a planet that's producing a lot of income. So if this is resolvable, we want to try and resolve it. I don't see, I don't see an immediate solution. We'll take one more scan down here. What would it be? It would have to be... Yeah, if it's a desert. Makes me regret skipping geoharvesting. If it was a primordial, it would have been good for us. But just to be clear, this is not in range, right? Okay, because we would do that right now if it were. Okay, what's the debuff at? 3. We're still not gonna culture him. This one's at 2. We're fine. Fine. I think we're fine. We're gonna solve this with teleporters. We're not gonna try and solve these now. We are gonna stick with the plan, and we're gonna take planets. We may take these planets now, and they may just end up costing us. Maybe we take the ocean world and not the forge. Then it costs more to maintain. Maybe we just take the ocean world. Which water do we need? Yeah, we could use quite a bit. Okay, we're taking the ocean world for time management. We are gonna probably not do anything with him for a long time. Even connecting him here, right? Wouldn't have a chance of popping this guy prosperous. It would earn us income in the meantime, but I don't even want to burn the time now on that connection, I don't think. Oh, we took the empire size debuff though. Didn't work. Have I screwed us? This is one of these inflection points that's scary for me. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take one more planet. What is it gonna be? It could be... If the goal is a teleporter out here, like here, let's say, very soon, the other end's gonna be this way. Let's say we get it here to here. I think we'll take this planet for some reason. Question is, for what? I don't know, for wheat? I don't think we need much more wheat right now. Yeah, I think we'll take it for pops. I'm looking at the goo inputs we have. Places we can send goo. And the bots that we have. No, we'll take it for bot burn. I think it looks like. I think we're taking it for bot burn. We had bot burn here. I don't know. We'll take it like this. Okay, I think we are going to pop this asteroid here. We'll take hypers. This will get us the completion from the Ephorians. We're going to be locked in now with this economic hit that I've given us, which I don't know if that's good or not. Probably not. So we'll check tasks. 'I'm not sure we're gonna 20% discount on teleporters if we get 7 more science. What other Vittori tech? Technocracy? Don't care. We're taking teleporters in 2 turns, a 20% discount on 56. It's not great. I'm gonna have to spin up. We already have one, so we have 5, right? 1, 2. Where am I not seeing it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have the 5 labs. So that means that I would have to dump an additional input. Let's just look. It might be doable with hypers now for some reason. I think if it were, we would have. He wants how much? 7? No way. No way. I don't think we're taking that. They 1 from this pop. No. No, I'm not seeing it. I mean, it is doable with teleporters, but then why micro around that, since like we would only be taking it for the tech discount? So instead, let's take these. Because once we have teleporters, the tech discounts from him is getting us nothing. I think that's right. That is the play. Okay, so just to be sure, 4, 3. Teleporters are in 2 years. This is going to be a 6. We'd have to do it right then. I think we can. Okay, so we did get this. We must BMI everything, or we will not have the economy for anything. So with hypers now, we need to try and generate income. Problem is, we may take this economic activity. So bad to burn months like this now, but we don't have the economy otherwise. Yeah, I don't think we do. Can't get the successes out here without stables or teleporters, so it has to be teleporters. Chips aren't happening here. Let me just see, do we have something that we are missing? I don't think so. Bots get us here, water. We probably will take these, and I probably should have seen that and not taken that. Let's see here. A planet now costs us -3. Yeah, we are going to start driving some economic activity here, because I do want to take planets preferentially, but we have to keep the income up, otherwise we won't be able to even use the teleporters. Too far. Which we had to keep replacement this game. No, I'm not seeing internal moves. Even many internal moves in range of hyper right now. So all the moves are going to have to be sort of outward, which is fine, I think. There as well. Well, let's not do that then. This way. +1. This is the hyper upkeep. I wonder if it's better to hang on to our capital. In April? No, it's too many years to pass up. We have to play just play a little while longer with more standard play, I think. Okay, let's say we do 2 for wheat here, we hang it. We do pops out of here. We pull a chip in. We did not take more wheat out there, so I don't feel so bad. Although there's wheat here. Oh, God. Okay, the amount of wheat's going to be... Probably don't want to do that. This we do want to do 38. So we're staying at the same income, but acquiring additional planets, right? Seems better than... We are burning capital, though. Not sure. Not sure which is better. Yeah, I think we'll take this then as well. Just for the income. Additional planets we might want. You guys are still fine. Longer on you. And we will end up having culture if we ever get there. I want to remember that I want you to be goods from bots. Okay, additional planets. Here. One here. One here. Do we bring the Arid online? For more pops? We could. We have wheat. We're gonna have lots of wheat, hopefully. Although I probably did want more goo. Can get goo. Can you reach there? No. I think we will bring the Arid online. Just dump him into here for now. Okay. Do I have... Wasn't there another ruins we could check? I think I saw one. Not seeing it now. We're already going to have excess water, I think. But we don't want wheat. Hops are kind of handled. I think forges that we're really going to need in the end here that we don't have. We could think about this. Artifact trading as usual. I wish I had it. Just not enough earlier to take it. If we get one here, How long can we let this guy wait? Okay. Probably gonna take this mineral planet too. Yes, I think so. D744, it's not great. 29 of 32, slipspace overload is a thing. In September. Am I gonna want this ocean? I'm trying to figure out because I want to pop this asteroid if we do want it. Ugh. Not for water though, but bots to wheat is also bad, and I'm not sure we want more pops either. Pops. It's a pop producing planet. I'm sorry, we obviously want this. We obviously want this. This is what I should have done a long time ago. Okay. For many reasons we want that. Okay, we're taking teleporters. Can we afford... Okay, so these two must be resolved now. The others maybe can be stabled in if we get stable later. So whatever we do here, it has to reach these two. We can actually just avoid hypers entirely here, but I think we want to back it up a little bit to get more on. Here, we just need to measure where the hyper... Really pretty far, huh? So here? But in that case, I want it in here then. Because these two don't have to be hypers then. So it's going to be here. And the other side is harder. Yeah. Maybe we push it back then. How long? -4 for the bots. And hypers will reach how far? We can get it to here. Can we? Okay, so... Okay, instead of that one, we're going to start on this side. Make sure this reaches. Okay, not paired. Great. I think that's good. This one then, yeah, we just want to basically push it as far forward as possible. Just kidding. Hold on. Okay, he's later then. That's fine. This one... Oof. Oof. It's gonna be... Nope. It's not gonna work, is it? Damn. Okay. So then which one can delay the longest? Okay, this one. We are cheating the other direction then. In that case, we're going to come up this way. And that should be stableable, right? Yep. Yeah, that's only basically 2 squares. That should be stableable, I think. You're there? I hope so. Okay, so you need wheat somehow. Of course, one miscalculation here that I've made is that we actually need your goo. Oh no. Have I screwed us? Have I screwed us? 5, 6. We have to actually have the goo now. We could go in the other direction to here. How would it work? We would need somehow to get him a pop as well as part of this. Because it's a bootstrap problem, right? We need goo for wheat, wheat for pop, pop for goo. So we don't have the bootstrap. If we drove the teleporters in this direction, for example, we can resolve these bottom ones. But we need some way to then get a pop on the network or goo on the network. But the goos up here are used, and there's no pops in that direction. Our income isn't high enough now to... Oh no. Okay. Well, we can, I mean, can end up culturing them. If we do end up culturing them, and also giving them the resources, the culture, and then so that they become productive, right? With the teleporters, maybe it's not the end of the world because the culture serves both purposes, right? We're not culturing them out just to culture them out. We still use them as planets, but we're not going to get there in time to eat the permanent quote-unquote debuff. We just have to make sure that they do get culture for the additional trade income, and then we also have to treat them as trade-generating planets. And then, if that's the case, then we just need here to find income-generating moves here more than anything. So we... Okay. We can drive the wheat into here. Water on that side is not easy. On this side, maybe easier. Okay, how far does your hyper go? Not much further. A little bit further, maybe. Question is if we can... The question is if we can get a bot on here as well for this side. So can we get a bot on there as well? We would have to back it up probably further than we can to get this. So then the other option would be for you to go. You're not going to go really because you have 2. Okay, let's say we did. Just a second, how's that going to work? Water? But I want the wheat to go over here as well right now. How far can we? I guess we're going to try pushing it a little bit further back. We're going to try. A little bit further back. Still in range, apparently. I hope, right? That's probably out of plane. We're going to try. There. Let's say obstructed. Let's drop this one down. Put it right here. That is out of range anyway already. Wait, it was you though. That one's still in range, so we're going to try pushing it just a little bit further back and also dropping it as far this way as it can go. Dropping this one to the other side even, so that it orients more that way. It's going to be a struggle. Okay. A little bit forward. Still drop this one down. Missed the range. Okay. One more try before I give up. I think we can get the top one if we just drop the other side down. We don't have to worry about being as far forward, right? Because the angle should be good. Okay. Okay, so here's one. We want the wheat. How much? We don't have enough money. Oh no, guys. It did it to us again. The wheat goes there. We don't have enough money. Why did I do these initial planets? I'm so dumb. Alright. 19. Oh. because this black guy is not on. Don't do that. Mm-mm. 5. Mm-mm. I'm thinking about again ignoring the needs and just trying to drive economic activity then instead with the placement. So I thought this would drive enough, but it's not. In part, we're gonna spend 60 here for these, so we need connections then that aren't gonna require hypers, that are gonna be cheaper slipways to bring on multiple planets. So I'm looking at maybe trying to get water to these guys then now. Let's go take a hyper up there. Interesting that I just now noticed that the oval is kind of like, it's an oval, it's not a circle. Elongated in this direction. Hadn't noticed that before now. No, I'm not seeing it. Do you think it's perspective? You think it's because we're kind of at this oblique angle? Oblique perspective is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. You think it is a circle? It might be. Hey, Narhalles. I'm not going to tell you how this game started or why we're playing it. Don't watch the VOD. I don't want you to know about how strong my failure is right now. Okay. It has to be economic activity from, okay, here. You've been here since year 5. Oh no. Oh no. Lurking. Oh no. You know what was supposed to happen versus what is happening. That's embarrassing right there. Very troubling. I need to be able to get these extra resources onto the network cheaply without hypers. Like we won't have enough to do it with hypers, and I'm not seeing what the trades are going to be. I guess I'm just going to start trying some. So if we get you and you, for example, cheaply, it's you and you. A little bit of extra income generation. Badly oriented. Maybe we could do better if I orient them better. It's not the end of the world. It strands some guys in here. If we do start getting the hyper connections, this guy can come on. Here's culture. You're at 8 after taking meds? Oh, 8 on the pain scale, it must mean. Gotcha. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hope you feel better. Remind me, does culture count as income? It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it counts as an export. Okay. So then we are actually going to spend these now. And maybe even consider taking spiritual growth now. I think we are. Right? The 24, yeah. And this guy is getting the export. Yeah. Okay. So we do then want to... That was... No, that wasn't a mistake, right? Because he was receiving it. So we're going to send it to this guy then as well. Again, to stack with his BMI. These are income moves, so we're at plus 95 now. That's not terrible. Teleporter's badly placed, really. For the future, but we probably just needed to be here for the immediate money. I don't know. It's very marginal. We didn't pop the asteroids this time yet, so we can get a couple hypers in here. This guy doesn't even get anything from this right now, I don't think. He generates a culture. Okay. All right, so someone who's... Okay, can we get additional income to bring on? I'm trying to get this guy on so I can put the culture there. Out of range. This guy, yeah, this guy's he should be BMI'd, right? Well, what do you mean that? Yeah, that guy for sure. Up to 105. Why do I feel like we were already at 105 when I looked last? Okay, 14. We do have to reserve some cultures. And oh my god, what was I doing out here? Why did I just press forward, guys? I hate pressing forward, that's why. Okay, we should have... Nope, we can't do that even. Okay, wait. Oh, here, though. Here's how I'm spending my money now. Give me a bunch of money. Yes. Yes. Alright. Not sure I wanted him to steal my bot right there. In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't. If we're not adding bots to the network until we have another output somewhere. Problem is that we still don't have enough money for like really good... Okay. Stop complaining. Stop your bitching. Let's do, No, it can't be there. It has to be down here then. So I'm trying to get... With this placement, okay, we want the option later to tie these two networks together when we have more income. And also to get the guys in the middle here that have been skipped and will be behind the current existing network, maybe even this guy. So that's what's driving this placement down here, but we won't be able to connect them because our income just isn't good enough yet. So we're going to try, though, here. Let me think. We picked up maybe and just an export or connection. We can get the culture though from the other guy and bring these guys on to culture them out. Is that worth it? I don't know, maybe. Okay, so with the orientation has to be facing a little bit this way, so this one does need to be higher. So here's maybe okay. Probably want to leave, though, a little bit of room to attach an additional teleporter in the future if we ever can afford more. So we'll try and push this back a little bit. This guy I don't think is gonna... How much is this? 15? Is that savings worth it? Probably not. In fact, we're probably gonna try and acquire the savings by putting it in front. and just making these slipways. Is that in range? Okay. So you're already on network. Just out of curiosity, 52, that's not bad. Let me take that now. Did I want you to do that though? Potentially not. Let's do this. No, sorry. I need someone else who can accept ore. Here, we'll add a lab. Don't do that. That's a waste of money. Oh man, okay. Who else can accept ore? No one else can accept ore, really. And the whole network that we have established here, no one else can accept ore. Why did I add ore then? Because I'm a dum-dum. Is why. You're already on. Yeah, we're skipping you. I guess that's just going to be the way it is. He's just going to suck up my extra ore. I didn't say out of range, did it? Really? Alright, fine. This one, I guess, have the ore, buddy. It's all yours. No additional pops right now. So this guy's currently skipped and this guy's currently skipped. So we can try and get both of them here by taking one here. To bring pops on out there, basically. Since this guy can reach, the others might reach with stable, but if this maximum range reaches into here, it's gonna be close if it's possible. Amazing. Oh, it's the lab. Reach. I'm not willing to strand all of these guys, so we're not gonna try and... We may just put it here now. We're not gonna be able to get the pops on, though, from it. If that's the case, then let's just delay it, right? Yeah, I think so. I think we should. Trying to figure out how to generate income from this guy. We're gonna make. I'm checking now also to make sure that wherever I'm sending this is someone that doesn't need one that has a BMI. The BMI-able people that are on the network already have. This guy can't reach, right? Checked it. We checked him. No. Already have it. This guy can get on, but he's not doing as much. Oh, he's out of range. Not great. It's not great right now, I have to say. Okay, so I think with the 2 months and the 60, we are going to place additional teleporters, just maybe not the ones we had. So which ones then? Okay. Here. But they wouldn't be able to reach one right now. Pops can't be provided to anyone here even. What if we just do then... What if we just do like this? Can't afford for 3 in October. We are gonna press forward here. We're gonna do this. Oh, I forgot about science this whole time. Oh no, I should have taken this. Oh no. 7 years and we still have lots of time. How much is this? 144 to 76. It's such a bad late game tech. It's so bad, really. It's 30? Here. Yeah. Teen interfacing, social capital, spiritual growth, economic zone. He's only at 36. Really? Happiness is dangerously low? What? Oh no. We're gonna have to press forward here again, I think. I don't know what else we're gonna do here right now. I don't see anything bouncing for additional income. We do have stables though, so we should be able to bring some additional people on here. Hopefully generate more income. So you were out of range, we'll get you. Not really what we had in mind here. This guy is also... How can you not be on? I guess you just were ready to go, yeah. Okay, the culture from him, from the thing. We'll bring you on. How much money? 127. Okay, okay. Things are happening. On. Not on. We need chips. But this guy's hung out right now. So on here. Okay, save some money for BMIs. We also have to start considering actually making sure that this guy and this guy end up getting culture. Can we save you still? Who can be saved here? Why? Are you seriously unable to get water on this network right now? And bots? One end must be a planet. This doesn't count. Oh my god, really? How about from here? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get this guy on. We will save you with bots. Good. Wheat. Okay, are you savable? It doesn't matter actually. Well, it matters if we don't have to burn a culture here though. Can I seriously not get water right now? How much? 47? Next turn we have to try and get these... they're too far apart still. How are we gonna do that? It has to be here to here. Okay, it's gonna be from here to here to get the connection between the two up there to bring water on. Yes. Yes, I think that's right. Okay, we can also get you on from that side. How much money? 27? Emi this guy. We actually do need our goods eventually here. From bots, right? We gonna do that now in September? Yeah, we might, except that we can't afford the hyper, so I should have, how many goods do we need, actually? Just the one? He can't be on right now anyway. Okay, so, but... Okay. You're savable, right? Okay. I don't have to deliver him culture now. if he's not the best place to deliver it economically. Okay. You're similarly, we want to try and resolve you. Maybe save the BMI here. The money that we would put on the BMI. We need ore for you soon. Have no ore because we have no water. So connecting these two networks together actually gets us the ore. Okay, can we get no? And how can you still not have oh, you're not on the network is how. Why then? You're on the network. You're on the network from here. We used all the chips, huh? Really? That fast? Okay. So again, we need water. Okay. So we have to tie these two together next turn. Can we? 379? We should be able to. Okay. Wheat here. I guess we'll start fixing this guy. Hopefully I'll remember to get him the water as well. Okay. So this guy was the permanent -3, but we... No, why? You're cultured out. Why are you giving me -3 right now? Oh, you're not receiving culture yet. Yeah, we do actually have to give you one. Let me do that before I forget. Okay, he actually needs goods too. Was that... Oh, there was another one. Okay, so there's one there, so and one there as well. So, okay, we do want the goods. I'm going to burn the time here and the money on acquiring more goods production. Might not be the best move. I'm doing it anyway. Already happened. Okay, so December. Is there any slipway we can draw that's useful? Technically, I can put goods there, but I don't think I want to. I want a useful slipway. I don't think so. But then why? Yeah, because we can't afford it is one reason why. Okay, we're gonna press forward here. Further regretting not taking geoharvesting. Just kidding though, we need to check our techs. 6 years left. Okay. So I don't want this yet. We may just end up taking ubiquitous here, unless there is... Okay, we could take reactionless drive. What does it get us? 395 to 423? But it only cost us... I don't know what it was. 24? I think we're taking reactionless drive here. Let's see, what's the late game play now? We could try for nanites post scarcity here with our teleporters. Kind of give up on completely, fully, and completely capitulate to the whole culture thing and admit defeat once again. You think I should take terraforming bots? You think I should take... What? Which one? Where? You mean habitat structures? Why would I do that? I'm not... I mean, I made... You want... Oh, you mean biome reconstruction? Ah, okay. So you want biome reconstruction because you want to drive the pops out of the Earth-like planets. Oh, nanites. Okay. Nanites. Right. Wait, okay, nanites. Okay, I think we're going to try for nanites and post-scarcity now. I mean, we still have 6 years, so we might try for nanites and post-scarcity. If we're trying for those as our late game. Then 90... 104, right? 104 for just those, and then it's how can we generate the most income? So let me just do the math here. Sorry, as usual. So it's 37 times what? We said how many years? Okay, 5. 37 times 5. 185 minus 104. Right? Yeah. Leaves us with 81. So we can easily take, actually, both of these economic techs. And probably should. So let's see. Let's take. What gives us the most now then? 395 to 423. 528, right? This one is 395 to 4. Okay, fine. I guess we'll take this one. They're both so marginal. Yeah, we'll take the other one. It's like one more hyper from a tier 4 tech. That's not good. Sleep deprivation or sleep replacement is like I don't know how many. Like we would end up with like an additional 300 income or something right now. All right. So we have to get the water connected somehow to the network down here. I had a plan for that. It was like, yeah, it was here. It was in here. Oh, I don't know. Okay. But it's gonna be oriented incorrectly. Gonna want to tilt away from this, yeah. Okay, so in that case, how is it even possible? Maybe if we cheat this one higher and over. But just from over here. Ooh, the slipways in there are a real problem. Okay. This is gonna be... Oh no, guys. Okay, to the left, then further and lower. Supposed to get around the planet. Really, it's going to be super hard. It may not be possible here. See, this one needs to go as far this way as it can. So... Nope. One end must be a planet obstructed, so it has to be higher still. And now it's going to be behind up there. I don't think it's going to be obstructed, but it's going to be behind. Not possible. Okay. Some way. It must be done in some way. Can it be done at all? 437 can be done with 2 connections. If it's going to take 2, then I also want to pick up... This guy's already on. This guy's on, that guy's on. This guy's on, this guy's not. This guy's on. We're going to pick up this guy for sure. Not much else. It's very expensive for this then. For what we're getting. I mean, what we're getting is the interconnection of all those extra planets, really, is what we're trying to get. Is there some other way over here? Yes, there is. What was I doing? Let's do that again. Let's do that again. So we do have to be able to connect to this one directly, right? But we can try from this side. This desert's being like a pain in the ass right now. Try from here, which gives us better angles up top. This should actually work, I think. Maybe not. It's still not far enough to the left. It's further, but may not be far enough. We can try getting that higher. Okay, what's the absolute lowest you can go without clipping? Far away. The geometry here is very bad for us, seems like. Now it's clipping. Oh, it's so close. We can't hyper these together is the problem, of course, right? Which you guys probably all know, but for anyone who doesn't know, you cannot hyper two teleporter networks together. They have to be directly connected through slipways. And that's the problem we're running into, is how to get these connected, knowing that that's the case. And it's going to involve a very, very expensive fix. And actually may not even be possible down here because this guy's trolling us hard now too. So we may have to try and go... Where? Oh no, the geometry is all bad for us here. Oh no, oh no. What have I done? First of all, how much is this? 51? Let's just even see if it's... Look at this. Why did I do this down here? Why did I... It's these direct connections here that are terrible. Can't hyper it. We can't fit it down here anywhere. Not on any side down here. That's a lost cause. We're gonna go back. That means we have to pull it in somehow over here, which is also not great. Nope. Nope. The sideways connections here make it super, super difficult. Okay. Then it looks like something like this then. Teleporters, monoliths, and tugs. That's interesting to know. Okay, so let me just think for a second. Wherever I do this, I just need to make sure that the geometry that I want up here is going to work, the follow-on geometry. So if I push it this way, one wants to angle this way, this one wants to angle this way. Which means I need then a teleporter on this side wants to go... It's facing here. No. And that means that this one needs to be as close to the right as we can get it. And still connect. We're gonna swing this one out this way, I think. Right? Am I doing this, thinking about this correctly right now? The geometry of the teleporters is hard for me. We can push this guy back. Okay, and then this guy wants to face... Okay, we're swinging him this way, the other guy wants to go that way. This guy should angle toward these. Yes. Okay. Okay. So in principle, if we can... Fuck you, desert! Ah! Oh, really, Narhalles? That's super interesting. So Narhalles is saying, for anyone who watches the VOD later, that this week's ranked map picks up teleportation from a ruin after specific steps. So they do things like hunt around on the map for teleporter tech. That's funny. Okay, don't clip. Okay. How much was that? I didn't see. 148? Oh no, it's so expensive. It's too expensive. We can get... can solve this guy in time. We can complete the next connection, this one. How much? 201? Okay, yeah, we can afford that next year. Right now, though, we'll try for some... Okay, this guy's not on any network, so we'll get him on cheaply here. This guy is on, this guy's on, this guy is on. I think most of the planets here are going to end up being on now. You know? Really? Okay. From nowhere else, huh? Okay. You should definitely be on. You also have to be on. You need your goods right now. Okay, but that's kind of, what's happening with this network? He's just its janky own little network right now, I think. Wait, hold on. Is that true? I think that's true. Yeah, you seem to be your own little janky network. Okay, so... Surely, okay, yes, and here, and here, and here, and here. So let me just make sure I'm tracking what's happening here. These guys are all connected. So the southern network here is connected. It's just this guy that's not connected yet. So the northern network's not. So the goods are mostly going in this direction, which is why these goods, I'm not sure why exactly these goods, right? Okay. Because he's also directly connected. Okay. We can deliver these there. I don't see a problem with that. We did say that we wanted to get the water for this guy. Yeah, so to me, if they're getting scores like that, it's like, so what Narhalles described was, because the ruins are randomish, right? So and they change depending on when you get them. So when you say, when Narhalles says that they pick up teleportation from the ruin after specific steps, then that means that they must be trying to like engage, like take certain turns and then check the ruins each time and then reload the map all the way up to that point and then move 1 year into the future and then check the ruins again for teleportation. And if that's really what they're doing, then like I have no real interest in trying to match those scores, because that's not playing the game, right? I don't know how to explain it. My thought on that, it feels, it's not like you're just trying to maximize. It's not like you're just trying to maximize by playing it repeatedly your moves and make fewer mistakes. At that point, you're abusing RNG mechanics, right? Like, I would feel better if they just made it so that the ruins were less random then, right? I would feel better about it then, because then at least you're not trying to sort of like abuse RNG to get the thing you want. You end up trying to make better moves, right? And improve your play, as opposed to just kind of like repeatedly brute forcing teleportation out of it. I don't even think, I mean, I don't know. Maybe teleporters are OP. I do end up using them a lot. They're fun. I mean, teleporters are fun, is why I like using them, and satisfying. Really, what I think they should do is make infra cheaper. Infra is just too expensive and also like blocks everything. I mean, infra is like not a sustainable solution in like most situations. At least hypers and stables are. I don't know. I just think they should make it so that, like, I'm fine with driving high scores with teleportation monoliths and stuff like that too, right? That's at least, again, it's like a skill that you can hone. And if you're repeatedly doing something again and again, you're doing it in order to improve your skill and connection and miss fewer things and make fewer mistakes. But trying to get things out of RNG on ruins, though, that is not something I want to ever really spend any time doing. Right, but the order of operations, though, is in order to get what you want out of the ruins, right, Simuse? Because the ruins are randomized, but they're not truly random. They're based on a seed style randomization, right? And that means that at some point the random, quote unquote random thing ends up yielding teleportation at the right time. Right. knowing when, right? But knowing when is something that you would never know normally, right? You would have to play the map 100 times and check the ruins each year. And what I'm saying is that that's an RNG. I'm calling that an RNG mechanic because uh, because it's not taking any skill to discover it. You just play the map 100 times to discover what year you have to get there, right? By checking the ruins 100 times. And to me, that's just not a game I ever want to play. That's not fun. I would feel much better about it if they just picked teleportation and put it in the ruins every time, and everyone could get it at the same time without having to play the map 100 times to know when to get it. So you're saying that's not RNG. I guess what I'm saying is maybe strategic deployment. I don't know. I feel differently about it, I think. Okay, so let me see here. I don't want to get too sidetracked and soapboxy. Probably gonna sit on the pops for a while. I just further the thought once more, Simuse. To me, I want to play a map repeatedly again to make fewer mistakes, right? I don't want to play a map repeatedly to discover what turn something is available within a ruins, right? That's the part that is troubling to me, is that, and so then I wish they would just, if they're gonna do that, then I wish they would just tell you what turns things become available. You should click on a ruins and it should just tell you if you do this on this turn, you get this, rather than having to play the map 100 times and test it 100 times. That just feels so grindy. It's not fun. It's not increasing your skill. You just have to grind that information out of the map, and that is not. I don't like grindy type things. Right. That is true, Narhalles. It's definitely true. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Said I wasn't going to soapbox, and then I soapboxed. So I guess I'm going to end up passing here probably because I don't want to deliver the culture yet. We can deliver the culture. -6. Yeah, I know it changes depending on order. Yeah, I know. I'm understanding what's happening. I just think it's bad. I think it's a bad mechanic to try and drive ranked games on because you have to discover it by changing the order that you do things 100 times to see when it arrives. And that's just grinding. That's just pointless busy work, and it's not strategic thinking. It's not making fewer mistakes. It's just doing something 100 times to get information about something. It's just not fun. It's just not fun. Not for me. If it's fun for other people, then that's great. That just means it's something that I'll never do, right? Like I will never try and compete for those top scores then. Oh, I'm fine with also it. I'm fine with it staying the way it is, everything the way it is, right? I'm never gonna try for top scores with that mechanic in place. That's the way it works. Maybe I would if someone like published all of that information, but I'm not gonna play the map 100 times to get it every week. They're just more fun ways to play. Yeah, are we gonna pass here? I just see pops and culture. I don't see, nor do I see. No, we shouldn't pass. No, we shouldn't pass. Did we take? We didn't take nanites, although we should. Why didn't I take it yet? Okay, because we were going to get the economic text first, although now we are going to take nanites first. And we are going to, for example, add this planet for water. Yes. Oh, right, it's only 1 month. I was like, why didn't that pass my turn? Because you just took nanites, dum-dum. Okay. They're too far. Probably gonna scan here then for a nanites pickup after the year rolls over. Looks like it. Okay, so we need this connection. 201. That gets everyone mostly connected, I think. You can't be reached. You can. Okay, we'll get you on 2. And remind me, you are like, oh, you're on from the other side. That's great. I think everyone now is mostly connected. You might be left out. Oh, no, you're on 2. Okay, so, and you just need bots. Where are these bots coming from? Oh no, chips. Where are chips coming from? Water? Water. Deliver water for chips. Chips for bots. Bots for goods. Goods for... Goods for who? Water has to go here next, or before I forget. Okay, it's just unemployment now. We'll get you on. Well, if you think it's okay now, long time, let me ask you this. Do you want to play the map 100 times to figure out the best order to get RNG kicks out of ruins? Because there's gonna be some tech. There's gonna be some best tech in the ruins. Always. If they, let's say they fix monoliths and teleporters, there's always gonna be something in there that's different and best. And that means that you have to check it every turn to figure out what turn or order that you need to get it in. And that means that you have to play the map 100 times, not even trying to maximize your score or the moves, but just to figure out at what move or year the tech's available. And that's just, it's not fun. So it just ruins it. Like that process to me ruins ranked. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it. Otherwise, I'm sure it's just boring for everyone. But feel free to keep talking about it amongst yourselves. But if I don't respond, that's why. Okay. So still not enough water. Yeah, there is lots of water. Should be. Okay, water for bots I want. You're not on? Can that be true? Yes. You're not. Wheat planet in the southeast wants goo. I will deliver him goo. Not sure where exactly the wheat went, but I'm sure it was somewhere useful. We're low on ships. We're low on chips. Yes. Low on chips in several ways. It's not good. I'm gonna need a forge. Or the remnant, actually. We'll take the remnant. Okay. This guy then, because he's on the network. Need to save for BMIs now as well. Can we give him a bot? Because we can't deliver you another chip from here. Nor do we have other chips. Where are the bots? Here's a bot. Oh, there was a bot need that I should have paid attention to. How long? Okay, quite a while. Okay. I think we're gonna do more water still, even then we brought on like so much extra water. Guess I'm glad we did. Another bot out of you. Yeah, and the bot here. There we go. More water. Don't scan. Okay. Pick you. Sorry, remind me, we're playing for post-scarcity? I forgot we're playing for post-scarcity. I forgot that we were doing that. Huh. That changes... Well, we're not going to go back with that. It would change certain moves if I had remembered that. I think I still want you to be prosperous, though, for your wheat. Just kidding, you don't produce another wheat? Hmm. It's fine. I'm not gonna micro around your situation, although we are gonna probably... is it fine? I don't know. We'll see. So we can BMI you, or you're already BMI'd, okay. So, yeah. We can get the trade income from you and get you to be a legendary or like this. Assuming I didn't actually need that. Unemployment pass shortages where? Sorry, who is taking pass shortages debuff right now? Really? We didn't solve you in time? Okay, so one culture has to go to you. Do I use the last one? No. Okay, we'll culture you out before I forget, but that means also that I want to drive trade income out of you. Which means I need water, which means I need bots. And I don't have any more bots. Okay. Lots of pops to burn. Best place to burn pops now is a city that can be a legendary that has a culture and also BMI. But not you, for example, because you can only take pops. So you are better. Yeah. We'll deliver some pops here. Set you up for legendary. Same thing here. 5, okay. 4. I only see these 2. In which case we're going to give it to the guy who can also receive chips. Better chance of going legendary. Okay, we need bots. We can get bots for this guy right here. We're going to pay 30 and a slipway for that. For the water, basically. Okay, the water is going to... For wheat? Yeah, because we have a couple places that can receive wheat that have shots at going legendary. Okay, I think it's not you guys out east, though. We need more goods, which means we need more chips, even more than we had. Should have sent the water there. Where did I send the water? The wrong place. It's going here. Chips. Ah, he's not on, that's why. Not good. Other chips. Chips, I see only chips down here. Chips are all I see. Are you in range? Okay, yeah, well... No, actually, chips don't help. It's goods that we need. We have the chips for the good producing planets. We don't have goods. Oh no, are we going to bring you on super expensively for the 2 goods that you can produce? I don't think so, because it's... If we're going to bring on someone super expensive, it's going to be a bunch more planets, not just you guys. So it would be like... Maybe in here it's doable. In here. Out to like here or something, and we try and pick up all these planets. But do we have... Maybe we have some options there already. We do have a couple. We'll scan there, actually, then it's worth it if we can get them on for cheaper. So we'll spend a turn here. Oh, no. Be a forge. Ugh. Okay. From... Oh no, from what? It's a good question. Hold on. From ore, it looks like. If we deliver pops, we can get some... Okay. So we want you to be on... Okay, some pops now do need to end up going down here. And also here. We will fund our goods. The goods are going to go... What does Dender want? Production of wheat? Oh no. 4 years though? We still have time. Still have time. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Goods there. Many more pops. Okay. Remind me what the chips were for? Yeah, well, for the other guy, but he's not a thing anymore. We don't care about him. We will deliver the goods here as well. We will send a pop in the north, I think, for the Prosper. We will send a pop here for the Prosper. Okay. We could also send one there for the Prosper. That's fine. Additional goods. Okay. So this is all getting pretty well tuned here. What's going on with you again? We don't have enough water. Yeah. Water comes from bots. This guy's not on either, right? These two somehow that aren't on? Is that acceptable in this modern age of ours? I don't know. I don't know. But we are picking it. We took nanites, so I mean, we are like really going to take a lot of planets. Well, we should have saved some pops then. Okay, here's a pop. What did I want water for? Well, here. Right, that's why. Okay, we're getting more wheat now, I guess, for Dender. It's like we're in pretty good shape here, guys. We can bring on ore chips and bots here if we need. This is going to be a pretty long micro endgame. So if you're not into that, apologies. I'm going to try and eke out a decent score here. It's not going to be amazing because we don't have any... We have teleporters, but we don't have any real teleporter abuse necessarily. I don't think. I mean, we could try and drive like some crazy lab. Buy a bunch of planets, like ocean planets, every ocean planet we can find, try and drive it into a lab. It's not going to scale though, you know? Okay, we should deliver your wheat though, because we want you to be a legendary for an additional wheat. Who has the best chance at being, I mean, a prosperous for an additional wheat? Who has the best chance at being a legendary right now? You're at 4. 4. Okay. Okay. So we don't want to end the turn before I get at least some more BMIs, so we are going to do that too. It's going to be boring as well. We'll take a successful here. We're delivering a water... Where exactly? This guy not on? No, he's on. He needs a bot. Probably going to bring bots on here, it seems like. Okay, but not before BMIing. So, anyone who is receiving culture needs to definitely be BMI. You. 49. Oops, you really weren't BMI'd already, right? Wow, 72 on that guy now. There are others I know that I need to check, but I'm checking the culture guys first because I think it stacks. Okay, I think we checked them. I think cultural exchange, I mean, well, cultural exchange too, actually. Like, I think if we bring on these guys as pop-producing planets right now, for example, we will just get a bunch of culture on them as soon as we attach them. But what I was going to say was I think economic zones is also working for us right now. So we are going to apply a bunch of BMIs in other places if I can find any. Just because he may actually try and bring on additional planets with another teleporter network connection, and that's going to end up being very expensive the next time we try and do it. We could also try and pick up these guys. We want to try and micro it down a little bit. we're down. We spent all the money. Okay, so we invested that. We're up to income of 902 with 4 years left. Pretty good. We are going to buy one of these planets out here for pops just because of the culture, basically, that they'll get us. Okay, chip production. Is chip production super tuned right now? It looks like it is, actually. Ooh. Then maybe not you. You had wheat? Interesting. Interesting. We seem to be experiencing overall resource shortages now in the Empire. We have some hanging ore. I see pops. I don't see a ton of extra goo and stuff, but this is in part because do you reach? I think you will. Okay, hold on then. We probably are going to take bots here still, because we're going to need some other stuff out of here with the bots, like water and goo, for example. We could get it out there. We definitely need more bots then. I think we're going to take this. We may also take someone else here in a second. We're also going to take this. Okay, we'll do... No, he's funded at least. We'll do this. May not have been the best couple of moves. Okay, we'll fund this before we forget. Okay, I do want the culture from here. So if we attach you, boom, there's a culture. So that is working the way we thought it would. We were speculating that that might be the case at the beginning, but I hadn't tested it. So cultural exchange works with teleporters as well. Okay, so... Okay, we'll get more bots here. We have to satisfy your goo need. Is wheat actually just hung right now? That would be not great. Your wheat is hung right now, it looks like. In which case we need to reserve some bots for a potential wheat addition. Oh, here, no. No, wheat is hung. Oh, that's bad. Okay. So... 31 months. Should have taken these planets differently, probably. Probably should have put wheat on there, but this is out of range. Here, maybe. Probably from this side, yes. Okay, we can maybe pick up a planet there without an additional teleporter network. Here we probably have some options. We're probably going to take a scan here, actually. And maybe here if it's in range. Okay, we can get wheat out of here, right? Yes. We're looking for goo, though. We just spent some goo. That's out of range. Maybe. Are we going to bring this online for the wheat dependency? We might. September? Let's get you resolved. We can also, I think, send you the goods. Problem now is that we don't have anything that scales super hard. So, like, the one game we had luxuries, and we had also, what's it called? Skill download, right? Can get more goo, though, with bots. Right here? What do you mean out here? Either way, yeah. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, I don't know what we're gonna do with those guys yet. Water, so we should... I think we will take post-scarcity here. Will we? Why? No. It's not better to take it first. Advanced terraforming techniques can be used to turn any planet with an atmosphere into a perfect Earth-like world. What does that mean? Does it work on lavas? For example? No. Does it work on, left out of range anyway. Yeah, and this is another lava. Desert? Does it work on desert? It does? Ice balls? Oh. Oh. Oh my god, that's obviously what we should take. Alright, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Do we need more pops? Probably more goo. Bots are really what we need. Wish we had forges now. Alright, whatever. Hey, connect this. 1 month obstructed. I guess we're gonna pay 20 for that privilege. Okay, we'll get you a pop. Don't scan. Get you a pop. Okay, there's no crazy shortages. Okay. So we may... Okay, we can't take post scarcity 2. We're doing that then. Okay. The reason is because we want to make them easier to identify, so welcome to the big time, first of all. Ruin 5 and Prometheus 1. Ruin 5, I don't feel like you're living up to your name, buddy. Those big glowing arches don't really seem very ruinous to me, but whatever. Take the Prosper there, and the bidirectional Prosper. Okay, so wheat, we were looking at someone with wheat that could go legendary. It's this guy. He still looks best to me. Okay, we are gonna look at these kind of amazingly. Probably still not this. This is like, I don't know, maybe. With nanites, 25 months, we would take, how many does he want? 9 different types. It wouldn't probably be doable because we would have to take 9 months to take each of the 9 planets, another 9 months to connect them because we don't have eversion, plus 2, so that's 18, plus 2 months to build the teleporters, plus 1 month to connect it. We're at 21 months minimum for this. Let me think. Yeah, and then it's like we have to find 9 planets of different types with the scans that we have available. So it's like that's probably not possible. I would actually try for that if it were in any way reasonably possible, but I think we would have 3 scans, and then every single move after that would have to be perfect in order to achieve that. We could take 1, 2, not that one. Even this one, they would all have to also be in the same place. Yeah, never mind, that won't work. So no, and probably not. This one might happen, but I think we're gonna have to decline here. I think so. Okay, so we're looking for the next legendary target now. There's a 4 here. Legendary who can receive wheat. There's a 4 up top. Another 4 up top. Ah, there's a 5 out left. We're gonna send him here. Out left. I live out left, guys. I don't live out west. Okay. Water legendaries here. So I see a 4. Another 4. There's 2 4s. Actually, there's a 5. We're gonna send it here. Welcome to the big time. We'll probably take this success right here, I think. It's not really the best score-wise unless we need the goods. We might end up needing the goods, actually. Probably produces more legendaries overall. So we had a 4 here for water. We'll take that. We'll get welcome to the big time. Goo for this guy, I think. Unless we're gonna need more wheat, which we do need. Alright, we'll take it here. There's no... Oh, just kidding. No, we maybe not. We may not. You don't give us another wheat? What good are you to me then? Right, there are no cardinal directions in space, yeah. That is true. There may not be a left or right in space either, though. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong either way. Why did this guy... I don't know. Okay, I guess it's just 4 and 2. Looks like more. Okay, I'm not sure what the best order here is, but... Okay, we'll give you... Yeah, I think so. Oh, we can already? No, we can. Water here. We can welcome this guy to the big time. Still have a culture we're sitting on. The pops are harder decision, people with pop imports. There's so many. And some of these are going to produce resources from them, although none that I can see right now. Okay, water. It's probably this guy with 3 right now. I think so. We'll bring him to 4. He needs to be the receptor of any goo and water that we develop here. We don't have any more bots. We are not going to be able to get more bots without more planets. We are going to definitely seek out more planets here in a second. Sorry about the dog. What I'm looking for here is the leaking micro. Z, I'm sure you know this, but like, you know, you can see I'm kind of repeatedly clicking it because it draws my attention by flashing them, right? So as I'm looking around the map, the thing to be careful about is that you don't scan when you do that. So I'm kind of, and once you have the legendary auras, they kind of conflict with the receptor auras. It can be confusing, so that's why I kind of click repeatedly on and off, get the movement in the animation, so I can see where I want to send this. And I'm just checking around to see if I see one that's closest to being legendary. I'm not really seeing. They're kind of all a bunch of 3s. We're gonna save. They are all a bunch of 3s. I don't even see a 4 right now. Okay, so are there, of the 3s, are any not receiving culture that we could send the culture to for 5? Or even better would be, who would we send the culture to for an additional legendary here? Who's at 5 that's not a legendary? Ooh, don't do that. I don't even know what I clicked on right there. I was trying to get it to this guy, I think. So we'll take this guy. He's at 60. Will give us more income as well. Just kidding. You also needed something else I miscounted, I guess. Okay, so who's at 5 right now? We can receive culture that's not receiving culture because we want to spread around the economic activity. This guy, right? We can get this guy there. He can receive 3 types of items, though. Might still be worth it. Same with the guy here. Same with the guy here. Wheat. Additional wheat is a lot of good for us in terms of legendaries right now. Sure. I will pick... I don't see additional or wheat can be used in other places. I think we'll just pick this guy. I'm not really sure I have a good reason why. For the big time. Pops here, again, the same kind of problem with pops. Is anything else bouncing right now? I'm not seeing anything except the pops out here, basically. They may generate some stuff. So the question now is, what do we bring on? Or do we try and bring these on? Do we have chips right now? Spare chips to actually get this guy going? This guy? Pop here yields a... Does it yield a water? I feel like we tried and it didn't. Sorry, yeah, you're on the network. It was these guys. It's bots. Bots. And bots here that we want. Okay, so I think... Planet density doesn't look amazing right now. I'm trying to find... Okay, here. Multiple forges and ocean. So if we... Ocean just in range? No. So if we put a teleporter, an additional teleporter network in that direction, so it would look like this one, we can't cheat it any further. This is the furthest we can get it away. I would try and get it further away if we could. We could get further away in that direction out there if we like scanned here. In other words, we can, because this connection can be far away from there before it runs into a slipway that we run into, we can push further out over here and then get, but it doesn't really matter because if we want these planets, it has to be here and we could reach that no matter what. So we can play up in this direction for these 3 planets, or we can probably get one in here. Maybe we can't with the geometry. To go up here, we'd have to be able to move this one up so that we would get the right rotation basically, but it's blocked off by this. So we probably have to do it from this side then, like this. And we could play out here like this basically and push out in this arc basically if there's any additional planets up there. So that's I think what I'm leaning toward, because there's 2 forges in an ocean at least, so there's water and some options for bots and things. Although I'm not sure we can fund anything. Like it's gonna take maybe like maybe we should have expanded before tuning for legendaries, because yeah, all we have now are pops. So that could have been a major mistake. So since all we have is pops, I think we're gonna take this definitely. Oh, we have this Earth-like tech. What am I thinking? Hold on. Hold on. I forgot about the Earth-like tech. Wait a second. Wait a second. Go back. Go back, guys. What are we doing? We can have... Do we need anything out of an Earth-like? Well, it's just... What do we... Yeah. Is that right? Do we... we can't get more bots, though, this way. Maybe we... And then we need minerals, and then it's off to the races. So, I'm not sure. Maybe we can do both, probably. I'm not sure what the most efficient play here is. I don't feel like I've ever been in... I've had to face these types of weird choices before, where it's like... Am I gonna bring on 50 more planets, or... I mean, that we just paid 250 there without thinking twice about it, right? So... If we bring on the forges... We just don't have the minerals. Do we care? Are we going to bring on minerals out here? This one planet? We could. It's hard here, isn't it? Maybe here if we can get... Which way? It has to actually go up to angle. No, we can't. It's hard here without... well, just come straight down with it. Get it as close to this as possible. What does it do at the angle here? Still, okay, we can do this. I mean, spending a lot of months to do it, but now we have some minerals, and we can deploy those minerals up here by producing bots. Okay. Okay. Bots buy us lots of things right now that we could maybe want. I don't know if we're gonna do that. Do we need goods still? We need goods. Not yet. Not right now. Okay, and remind me, bots down here get us wheat that we know we want. Bots also get us wheat if we take Earthlikes for super cheap here. We pay a month, though, also to convert it. Do I pay that month right now with 15 left? Maybe not. We're delivering water out here for yet more ore. Let's see. I think also I unfortunately... This guy can still go, but he has to have a chip. And remind me, chips are going to be a thing now. Chips are a thing. We have chips. You are eating a chip. Where are you? Here. You're eating a chip and then an ore. Welcome to the big time, buddy. Congratulations. Though we've used our pops down there. So getting him, he has to have another water from someone else. That's dicey. We are now considering... Okay, never mind. Just kidding. Water is super easy for us. Have some... water. For ore. For... Why? There was someone. Maybe not. I forget what this was for. Well, anyway, he's prosperous, so that's great. I can have a chip for bots. Bots for tots, I want to say? No, we need... You're producing maximum wheat already. Okay, goo inputs. 4. But only bots after that, so he's hard. This guy, it needs to be this guy. It's at 4 though. Where's his wheat and or goods gonna come from? Oh no. Oh no, where is his wheat and or goods gonna come from? With 11 months? Who else can receive this? Here's 5. This guy's already... Okay, it's this guy. The big time. Look at you. Look at you. I was gonna say his name, but look at you, Grebenikov. Look at you, Grebenikov. 1. Okay, we're sitting on all these pops still, but that's kind of to be expected. This guy's gonna go here. Chip. Okay. Useful bot inputs now are hard because no one's gonna be really close. This guy's actually gonna end up being the closest, but he can't receive bots anyway. Never mind. So we don't have another ore for him, do we? No, not from here. We can't get more chips out of here, so we can't pump this guy harder. Otherwise, I would maybe send him the bot. But in terms of legendaries, we're getting pretty slim here now, unless we... additional teleporters take too long in terms of time to bring online. But we do have this Earth-like thing, so we can get a planet every 3 months, basically. 1 to convert it, 1 to buy it, and 1 to connect it. So we can get Earth-likes, basically, whatever an Earth-like could provide. So anyone who wants wheat, no, not wheat. Anyone who wants just pops, basically. We don't have any wheat to fund it with. Let's think about this. We could take the Earth-like for water with bots, right? Forget now. Forget. Earth-like to food with bots. We can check. Yeah, we can do that. To be on though, can't connect to that side. How about this side? There you go. Okay. Do export. I think I burned. So wheat here. We're looking for someone who can go or with wheat. This guy, the same guy that we could have gotten to go with the goo. Goo was hard for us. It seems like now. Anyone else? Who else is close? It's not a legendary. See a 3 out west, 3 in the south, 3 in the east. I don't see anyone really that's a 4. Here's a 4. This guy's 5 now. He would take a culture to go, which means we would have to bring on another Earth-like to get him to be a legendary, which means we'd have to save this wheat. So we should probably do that. Could it even be done? Let's see. Could it be done? Well, it can be done. Well, this would take water too, though. Do we have water? We do. We could just do this. Actually, why does it say it was 0? Cost? What? I don't know why that says 0. Is that a thing that happens? Planets just start costing 0 in the end. We did this for his culture, right? Right. Where is, I know we had water. I thought I saved a wheat. Oh, it's in here somewhere bouncing. Here it is. Okay. Nanites, what did it say? Colonization cost by 100%? I don't think I ever read that part before because I was always only ever concerned about the time. 100% reduction in cost. Did not know that. Did not know that. That's funny. Okay, we're gonna take cultural dissemination here. Should we though? Why? Technocracy's more score because we haven't been microing around cultural dissemination because we needed it for the economy, we thought, but we are sitting on 2,500 credits right now, so maybe we should have thought differently. This is going to be legendary. Welcome to Big Time. That's why we took this planet. Extra goods apparently are not a thing for us. Or we have places to send ore, but not really any great places. Without chips, and we don't have additional... Oh, go back, Mr. Oh no, you're already sending ore up there, aren't you? That's why we couldn't. Again. Okay, we're checking water now. Again. For the 100th time. Lots of places to send it, none that look super awesome to me. The question now is, do we want to try and dump pops into people for legendaries? 6 months? 6 months. We have enough time to maybe even bring on... so like we can see, really. Can you be connected somehow? Yeah. Okay. Yes, Z, that is true. I should have considered that. The problem is that we don't have enough, right? So it's already been kind of like equally distributed, right, in places. This only gets us 1 additional culture now, but you are right that it scales a little bit. It scales, you know, 50% or whatever, basically. We can try and eke out a little more from it, but I think overall, probably Technocracy is going to be the 7% from Technocracy will be more, because this is only going to end up being like 3%, I think. This is going to end up being like 7%, I want to say. I'm not positive about that, but we could try it. 6 months. You want me to try it? We only have this guy that would produce 1 right now. And no additional free culture to send. So we would have to, let's see. Okay, wait, hold on. You're right though, that we can kind of chain it around, but most people here, we can try this. We can try chaining it around. Let's see what happens. All right, hold on. So we introduced 1 additional culture, okay? So we are going to now, wait a second, hold on. Any planet receiving 2, right? Okay. Any planet receiving 2. So we're going to just send 1 here. We'll get another one. We'll chain it around to everyone. So we need someone else who's receiving culture. This guy. Okay, this guy goes to this guy. This guy goes to, I don't know. Who else? This guy. This guy goes to this guy. This is like obviously a better move than what I was considering, because I was not considering chaining them like this. Yeah. This is just much better. This guy. This guy. No, who else? Oh, it's turning into a culture game here in the last year, Narhalles. Are you seeing this? Can't say we use culture at all how you wanted me to, but we are definitely using culture now. All right. I'm looking for anyone who only has 1 right now. That guy needs to produce some more culture. I don't see any with only one import. So we're left here with the same one culture that we had before. Water planet near mineral lab. Mineral lab. God, I forget where the mineral lab. Here's mineral lab. Where's water planet near mineral lab? Am I missing something? Oh, this isn't a mineral lab. This is just a planet producing lots of minerals or receiving lots of minerals. Hold on. Where is the mineral lab, guys? I can't see it anymore. It's like I've erased a lot. Here it is. Okay, it's here. Water planet. Oh, here. Thank you. Thank you, Z. Thank you. I was never going to find that. This guy was like on the outskirts. Okay. Any others here? I'm not seeing any right now. But I wasn't seeing that one, so what does that tell you? Okay, so we can actually then, hilariously, we can do that again, right? So, where was the desert? The desert was in range, I thought. We'll just make sure, yeah, he's in range here, that's right. So we just do this, we attach him. Okay, we have now an additional, oh, sorry, no, it only works the first time. It's not every time they receive a new one that they make one, of course, that makes more sense. So this probably isn't worth it then. We can culture out his need for wheat and just have some pops? Question mark? Is that good? I don't know if that's good or not right now. I should probably then, I don't have extra bots, extra wheat. We use the extra ore already. Is it worth it? Let me just think about this for a second. It's probably not worth it to culture him out. Well, it is worth it to culture him out because he's producing his own culture. So actually, that's totally fine as long as we're fine spending the moves on that and not another planet. Another planet would at this point basically involve scanning or what? Or what? Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. What just happened? We're not terraforming that planet right now. We can afford terraforming drones. So let me just get this straight. If I take this now with terraforming drones, I'm going to be able to convert the planet for 0. Buy the planet for 0. All I have to do is... Oh no, it's 1 month still. So it's 1 month still. Okay. We do save a month this way, but it still costs us a month, right? It was just free in terms of money, right? So 0 months to convert. Now, we take the planet. We still have to pay 1 month, okay? And it's free to take it. We don't really care about money now, but it's free to take it. We should probably just do a couple more of these then, right? Because since they take culture, or since they make culture once you get them connected, we use our spare culture to get rid of his need for wheat, but we've created two additional, like, trade goods, basically. Okay, so we can do that with this ice ball, too, if it's in range. It's not? Oh, no. Oh, no, do we get all the planets that are in range now? Not in range of any teleporter, huh? No. Doesn't look like it. We could take one scan here. Trying to think. I think we're gonna scan here. Okay. So we can still get the planet and connect it, and we'll have 1 turn after that, 1 month after that. So we have to decide what we want there. Probably pops, right? Probably pops. Because what it does is we just chain this culture to this one, which then creates culture, and then we get 4 new trade goods that we can send out. The only disadvantage to pops is that it's not creating cascades because we're culturing out their need, right, with each other every time. All we're getting is additional pops to drive legendaries with, and not any sort of like additional synergies and growth and so on and so forth. But I think that's probably the best play for score right now. So I think we're going to do pops here. Get him on. Okay, there's the culture. We pass this culture up to there for his needs, right? Okay. We are still culture neutral overall after all these moves. We still have the same culture left to apply where we want it for score and prosperity or whatever. But we now have 4 additional pops to drive to a legendary planet, basically. So then who is closest to receiving, who can receive pops, who's closest to a legendary? I see a bunch of 3s. Here's a 4 right here. We'll make this guy, we'll give this guy a legendary. Welcome to big time. Congratulations. So we need another 4. At minimum, because we can't we only have 2 planets to send from, or actually we have 3, so we're okay. So what did you say, Z? Those 2 can make another on a planet receiving no culture right now. Then making more legendaries with the pops gives culture as well, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. So some 2s that are no good for us right now. Here's a 4. Okay, he's a legendary now. 1 from there, 1 from here. Welcome to big time. Where else? Ooh, see 3. 3 is harder. Did we save enough from everyone? Yeah, we have a 3. We can take a 3 to legendary here at the end. Oh, here's a 4. They're functionally equivalent for us, I think, right now, but still, may as well take him to the big time as well. Water? Let's think about now the final combination. Is there someone who can receive water and pops who's like a 4 right now? It's a 3. We could culture him as well. Yeah, so we can get 1 more legendary that I see. We have 3 bouncing goods that I see. So it looks like it's going to be this guy in the lower left who's going to go. It could be this guy. Anyone that has 2 pops, or anyone who has 3 with a pop need and a water need, basically, we can make go. So there's lots of options, actually. I don't think any of them are better than any of the others. So we'll take this guy. Oh, we got another pop still. Maybe there was a better move then. Okay, this guy's big time. Looks to me now like we have a single pop left. And no real... Okay, most points out of the single pop right now look like a successful right here. I didn't scroll all the way down here, I guess. Yeah. Most points right now is a successful here. Here, rather. Okay, actually, which created a water that I did not consider in my calculations, so let's look again. This guy's close. Probably should have done something about that. Also close here. There's no combinations I'm not seeing right now, right? Like if we... Yeah, because there's very few other... happy planets. Okay, so we'll just go... Let's deliver this water then. Here. I don't know how we would ever get another goo. Okay. And the prosper on him. So that worked out well. So with 1 month left, and 0 satisfying final moves because teleporters are terrible in that way. They can be as OP as they want, but their worst characteristic is just that they change so you don't have satisfying final moves. Yeah, like in this scenario, we can draw a slipway somewhere. We can pop an asteroid. We can scan and see what we should have done. Let's scan. Where would we scan? There's not even a place that looks like I really want to scan it. I know the mistake I made. Here. What would be here? I think a forge here would annoy me. This mineral planet kind of already annoys me. Yeah. We're probably just gonna end up popping an asteroid here and seeing where we stand. Okay. Notice just now that I had a panic moment. I was like thinking about the final move with 1 month left, considering popping an asteroid. That at that moment is when I choose to look up here and make sure I have no tasks. There was this horrible dropping sensation in my stomach because I was like, I always forget. What would it have achieved to check now except make me angry? Like, too late to check when you have 1 month left. All right, this asteroid has got to go. This cannot stand. All right. So, wow, that's way more score than I've gotten before in challenging or anywhere else. So 69,000. That worked out well. I said at the beginning that what's it called? Quantum computing for me in challenging is like a total crutch. If I have quantum in a game, it's like rarely the case that I'm going to get to the end of the game and feel like I didn't get the tech that I needed. But if I don't have quantum, I just find that I feel behind the whole game. Maybe it's because I play with it too much. But yeah, this worked out well. So we ended up with 15 legendaries, 25 prosperouses. I think also with a couple of different techs, this game could have been kind of hilarious, right? Like the late game economic techs that we had were really pretty bad when we took them. I mean, we ended up getting like plus 35 or something for ubiquitous networks. I mean, it's such a small amount of money. In this game, we ended up taking ubiquitous networks and not spiritual growth. Oh, right, and not stable jumps either. Where is it? Why am I not finding it? I don't know. There was some other marginal economic tech that we took. Maybe it was spiritual growth. I didn't think so, though. We took this intentionally and played into it. But I'm not seeing it now, so maybe that was the one. Yeah, the leap to quantum this game with the Vittori perk, I think did end up playing out well, kind of as we had hoped. We did end up basically, sitting on a ton of tech, achieving what we wanted in the end. Nanites was good. Had this been sleep replacement, or even I think if this had been, let's say, I don't know, luxuries would only come from Silithid, but I don't know, like a different late game Dender tech, Monolith if we'd had Vicar, I don't know. It's just a bad tier 4 tech at Ubiquitous Networks. If it had been something more score driving that we ended up with, this game could have been kind of insane. If Vittori had skill download, this game could have been insane. Anyway, pretty good game. Satisfied with that. So it's probably going to be a 10-ish minute break, and then I will play again. I'll probably play Culture again. I would not expect it to go this well if we consider this actually to be a Culture game. Interestingly, the Culture... I'm not sure the Culture drove the score here. Culture was nice in the end, and the chain was obviously the best move, right? Like, thank you for drawing my attention to that, and thanks as always for all the usual assists. But, let's see. I think maybe it did drive the additional points, right, of happiness in the end. So we ended up, the roundabout that we were able to make with it, ended up every time we pushed it through the rounds, we ended up with +1. So we probably ended up with, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Call it 20% happiness. Probably came from Culture, maybe more. 25, 30% maybe. A lot of it seems to come from the legendaries, though. Oh, definitely. Yes, Z. Obviously, way more than Technocracy. Yes. It was obviously the correct move. All right. So I'm going to take about a 10-minute break, and then we'll play again. If you have any requests, Narhalles, if it satisfies your need for the Culture, I'm happy to stop there. If not, if you want to reiterate that request, I'm happy to keep trying it, because I don't feel like we really leveraged it here super well. Especially in, not until later anyway. For instance, I didn't do any sort of bootstraps with culture here. Things like that. I don't know that I will be able to ever do that, but anyway, back in 10.